Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? In our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I? I think it's sane, I think it's logical. What I don't you find? Are we, am I? As time goes by, I'll be a slip away. Should I do you mind? Are we, am I? I'm fighting for love, fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love, fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. This is the way that has to be. Tell me why you lied to me. Fighting for love, fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love, fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. Fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love, fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love, fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the second big game of the day. I don't know if there's any way to compete with the entertainment, the drama, the comebacks, the goals that shouldn't have counted, the injuries that we saw in Canada versus whoever the hell they played. Oh, it's the Czechs. I'm sorry, guys. But if we can get a second place, a silver medal game today, yeah, it might not be this one either. The Finns and Swiss just had a crazy one. Finns came back 2 goals. And of course, because producer Drew's with me on the stream today, it had to be Arturi Lehkonen. Had to be. Had to be. So now we get Sweden and we get the United States. If the United States wins, of course they move on. If Sweden wins, of course they move on. For Canada, if Sweden wins, Canada plays them. Now, Drew, if Sweden wins this game, who do they play? I think they play the Finns, right? Sweden plays Canada if they win. Who does Finland play then? Slovakia. Okay. This is going to be good. Are we wait a sec. Are we setting ourselves up for a potential Canada Slovakia final? I mean, I know there's some Americans here. I know there are some Finns here very, very interested in the outcome of this game. And I know there are some Swedes here too, but listen, let me ask you this. Oh, James Stemler dropping in. My stomach is still recovering from that Canada game. Listen, let's just call it what it is. Nick Suzuki objectively didn't have a good game. Mark Stone objectively had a really, in fact, bad, surprisingly bad game. Mitch Marner, not a great game. Does it matter though? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Suzuki on that crazy forecheck gets the puck loose, end of a shift, and then is able to get it out to the point, tip it back in when they shoot it, and he scores and ties up the game. Amazing, amazing goal. Mitch Marner, for whatever reason, the Czechs just let him walk in. That was David Kampf. David, that was your man. Mitch with probably one of the greatest backhands of all time. That was beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And I hope we get the same sort of excitement in USA Sweden. I have a feeling that American Olympic team was watching the Team Canada game going, they're going to lose this and we're not going to have to play them. I think there was a little bit of, I would not be so shocked if there was some chirping, if there were some early celebrations. Wouldn't be shocked at all. Wouldn't be shocked at all. All right, now we got the lineups for the Americans here. I can't read it on screen, but I can pull it up. They are a spectacular group. Let's just call it what it is. Tkachuk, Eichel. Tkachuk has been awesome all tournament. Gensel, Matthews, Boldy, since probably game 2, have turned it on and been spectacular. Keller's back in. Larkin and Tage Thompson on line 3. Miller, Nelson, and Hughes on line 4. And we know that line is very, very dangerous. Hughes seems to be getting his feet. Nelson had a couple of goals in the first game. On defense, it's Quinn Hughes, Charlie McAvoy. What a great pairing, although sometimes they'll bring Zach Rowinski up and he'll play with Hughes. But right now he's paired with Jake Sanderson and then Slavin Faber, Noah Hannafin is defenseman 7, and the extra forward for the States is Vinny Trocheck. And unlike the Swedes, the U.S. actually uses their extra forwards. Yesterday, the Swedes dressed a few guys that they just straight up didn't play. And Sam Hallam has taken a huge amount of criticism, rightly so. He has not been a great coach in this Olympics. However, Team Sweden yesterday seemed to ignore him and just go, yeah, we're going to take this game. This is our game. So Jesper Bratt is back in the lineup. He was scratched yesterday. There was some resting going on. It's Kempe, Eriksson, Nylander. Been a great line all tournament. Landeskog, who opened the scoring for the tournament and opened the scoring for the Swedes, is on with Zibanejad and Raymond. Zibanejad's come alive since Hallam put him at center. Forsberg, Pettersson, Raquel, Holmberg, Wenberg, Lindholm, and then on defense, it's Forsling, Dahlin. Been a great pairing. Hedman, Ekman, Larson. Broberg, Carlson, Hampus Lindholm being the extra defenseman, Jesper Bratt being the extra forward. And I will point your attention to the fact that Sam Hallam, with those extra defense and forwards, tends not to play them. I don't know what he's going to do today. This guy's he's not unpredictable. He's pretty predictable. But it's going to be the Jack Eichel line against the Zibanejad line. And I have a feeling that this line is out there for the Swedes. I can't imagine they're a shutdown line. Okay, I'm going to give Drew the clap on the opening draw. Good luck, Drew. You need a pill for that. Ready? And 3, 2, 1. There we go. And we're off to the races. Quinn Hughes corrals the puck as the Americans win their first face-off draw of the game. Goalies, by the way. Everybody wants to know the goalies. My bad. I forgot to get that. Markstrom will start. This is his second start in 2 days, by the way. And on the American side, it's going to be Connor Hellebuck, which obviously, what do we expect? Now, I love how many people are here already. I want you to drop in the chat where you're from. Give me your country's flag. Give me your city right now. I want to see where everybody's tuning in from. William Nylander gets the puck up to Kempe. Tkachuk chips it out to the other Tkachuk. Brady and Matthew, watch them. If the puck gets in around the Swedish net, they are going to bang and crash and try to be a complete pain in the ass. We got some Danes, we got some Finns, we got a Greek in here, we got some Swedes. I'm wondering how we got the Netherlands in the house. A lot of America. Where are the Americans? You guys are suspiciously quiet. Come on, you're Americans. You're supposed to be the loudest. Oh, we got Wales in the house. We got Slovakia in the house. In come the Swedes. Slaven Corrals behind the net. Zibanejad, Landeskog still out there for the Swedes. Bit of a long shift for them. Lucas Raymond. Back to Zibanejad. Shot! Kicked aside by Hellebuck. Evil Duck says, I'm an American, but I'm rooting for Celebrini in Canada by default. Wow. We got LA, Boston, Denver, South Africa, Ireland. Yes, let's go. Oh, Sanderson has lost his helmet. He's got to get off the ice, but he's slow. It looks like he might be hurt. Lindholm, Pettersson. Have to wonder what kind of role Pettersson's going to play here. In comes Werenski, blocked by Pettersson. I would imagine with Raquel, you're going to have Pettersson more of a defensive role. And you know what? Even when his scoring goes away, his defense is always good. Hughes, across, Keller, to Sanderson, to Hughes. This is where the U.S. becomes so dangerous. Nice shot in, not able to get it tipped. That mobility of Werenski and Hughes, when you put them on the ice together, it's impossible once you get into the zone, or that once they come into your zone and you're defending against them, to get the puck off them. Their skating is just that good. Drew, people are saying our clock is wrong. I'm at 17:30. Where are you at? Oh, you didn't stop it? Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll come back. We'll get it all synced up again. No big deal. Carlson. Broberg. I am very curious to see what team Sweden shows up. The Team USA I've seen, and I've watched every minute of Team USA hockey and every minute of Team Sweden hockey in this tournament. I am curious about what team Sweden shows up. The US has shown up and has been true to their brand. Bash Brothers style. Like, don't mess with us. We're cocky. We're awesome. And we're going to kick your ass. That works for them. The Swedes were kind of shaky in the first two games and then put an exclamation point on, well, first three games, really. Oh, out front! Markstrom with a big save, and he was deep in his net. That's the Kachuk line again, and I think there might be a penalty coming here. I think Sweden might be going to the box. Yep. So that's going to be Gus Forsling for slashing. That must be new for him, taking a penalty. He's used to NHL rinks where he doesn't get called. SLS, two things. Adam, still drained from that Canada win. And also, could Canada not challenge too many men earlier? Sure, they could have if they caught it. But once the pucks dropped, it doesn't matter. You got to catch that shit. I want to know where their video replay coaches were on that. Forsling, by the way, had the slash on Matthew Kachuk, his teammate. Broberg with it, throws it out, does not get enough of it, and back in go to the States. It's Ekman Larson, Elias Lindholm, on the forward. Along with Broberg. Eichel across. Oh, good save that's another really good save by Jake Markstrom. Swedes have not had a shot in this game. Their penalty killing at this tournament is close to 92%, though. They've been pretty good, but they haven't had an opponent like the United States. Now, to be fair, the United States has not had an opponent like Sweden. I said it all the way through. I think the United States got the easiest group. That's not to denigrate the team. They kicked ass all the way through the group stage. Out front, tic-tac-toe. Swedes were able to break that up. Heather the Ass fan, a lot of us Americans aren't that kind of loud or particularly proud lately. Well, listen, you have my permission to put it aside and be as loud as you want. It's a hockey game. It's nothing else today. Enjoy your country. Be proud of who you are. Swedes, Finns, Canadians watching on, Americans, enjoy your time. Drop the Eagles in the chat too. What's the Swedish animal? Is it a moose? Shot. Big save by Markstrom, and he has somebody falling on him. What is the Swedish animal? Sweden's official animal. Oh, it's an elk. Okay, so when Americans score, we're dropping eagles in the chat. When the Swedish score, I guess, is there a deer or a moose emoji that looks like an elk? You can drop that in the chat. I also don't know what the difference between moose and elk are. I know we have them both in Canada, but no idea. No idea. Matthews with that little shot there. Matthews took a ton of criticism early on in the tournament. Happy to inform you again that he is the leading scorer on Team USA. Who's doing the chat, Drew? Is it Justin? Justin Fisher on the chat. Oh my goodness. I got the Steve Dangle team. Let's go. Heather the Avs fan, I got you. And then James Stemler. Steve pointed out on his stream that you cannot challenge a missed penalty. Oh, that missed too many men call is not something that's challengeable. Well, then the Olympics should step in and go, that's not a goal. What's the point of a challenge? That's bizarre. It still shouldn't count as a goal. It's the same as an offside. If you're able to challenge for offside, you should be able to challenge for too many men. That's bizarre. 9 Goofy Goober. After today, we'll have a Four Nations face-off. Yes, sir, we will. Semifinals. Swedes are back to even strength, by the way, and I feel like we're going to need to see something from them here because it's looked pretty lackluster to start. Kellen Barr, is there a top 3 jersey matchup of the tournament? I'm curious to hear Drew and Justin's thoughts on this, but I always like the German jerseys. I always like the Swedish jerseys, and I always like Team USA's jerseys. Drew says this is the best matchup of the jersey tournament for him because the Swedes are not wearing those. The ones they wore yesterday, that blue and black monstrosity. No, Sweden is a yellow and blue country, and it's predominantly yellow on the hockey jerseys. Okay. Oh, nice shot by Raymond. Had to make a great save, Connor Hellebuck, through traffic, and Lucas Raymond falls. And we got a 2-on-1 here, potentially. Tage Thompson loses the handle. Forsling drops it in. 13:21 left in the first period. Here comes Landeskog, Drew's favorite player in this game. Not able to get much of a shot at the net, but hey, it's something for the Swedes. Ekman Larsson. USA very active on the Swedish forwards and offense here. They are all over. There are no gaps. They will not let you breathe. Shoot. Pettersson with another shot. Hellebuck has them both hugging the post. Pettersson with the puck. Over. Shot. Oh, and Forsberg just missed the handle on that one. Got the pass back, but it went all the way back into his zone. That was the best sort of Swedish offensive shift we've seen of the game so far. Forsberg, cross ice. Drew said, remember when they scratched Forsberg in the first game? Oh, no, Drew. I don't believe they scratched him. I believe they dressed him and didn't give him a shift. I think he played like one. Oh, was it? Did he get scratched and then he played 9 minutes the next game and then like 1 minute the game after? Stupid. This coach, all the Swedes that I've talked to in these chats are like, please get rid of this man. There is a huge coaching differential between Canada, United States, and I would say Sweden, Finland. The coach of the Italians is the guy that coached Finland to the gold medal in 2022. I don't know why you move off a gold medal coach. Carlson with the shot in. His eyes were blocked, but Hellebuck had it anyway. I don't know how that happens unless the Finns just didn't want to pay the man. But I think if he wins the gold medal, you pay the man, right? Albert says it was Forsberg that played 107 in the first game. Yeah, insane. I can't imagine having a weapon like Philip Forsberg on my roster and going, nah, we're good. Now we're cool. We're good. No thanks. Would prefer not. Swedes seem to be finding their footing a little bit. Landeskog through. Nobody with him. Landeskog. Turns back. Out front, Ekman Larson. Weird to see him in a different jersey number. Shot. Rebound, and no Swede there to find it. K1 says, thanks for such a fun few weeks. Oh, your name is Deb. Well, thank you, Deb. Thank you for such a fun few weeks. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you. By the way, having a look at the chat right now, Justin's got a poll up. Who you got, Sweden or USA? It looks like we got 48% saying USA, 52% saying Sweden, and I think even the Finns are cheering for Sweden today because I don't think the Finns necessarily want to draw Canada in the next round. And if the Swedes do, then the Finns can play Slovakia and probably have a better shot at it. There you go. Larkin, cross the line, shot. Good glove by Markstrom. Freak 811 says, I'm going to make you chuckle. Now, not only did I spend a huge amount of money framing a jersey, I now have to spend money to get a hockey card graded. I pulled a Young Guns Demidov. Ooh, that's interesting. By the way, we were talking about, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Freak was talking about how expensive it is to get a jersey framed up and to do it properly, right? Because they'll give you like, yeah, we get the $200 special, but you know, some spiders might get in there and the jersey's going to fade and it's going to look a little shitty. Or you can upgrade to the $750 package, and your jersey will look good forever, and they're going to hang it in the Louvre. And those are your two choices. And so, anyway, Freak went with the expensive version, and I have a couple of jerseys that I'd like to frame. I've got a Doug Gilmour signed jersey I want framed. I got a McLaren Oscar Piastri Lando Norris shirt signed by them at the McLaren headquarters. Not kidding. I do it myself, True? There's no way I'm going to do it. What am I going to put it in a shadow box? All right, wait. So your wife, Drew's wife, does this. Okay, how does it look though? She did it. Did it look good? Can I get a picture of it? Can we show it on the stream? All right, Drew's going to go down intermission at because here's the thing. I know that I can't do it. I might pay your wife to do it. I would much rather her do it. Sean Ainsley says my money's on IKEA land. What is the USA version of IKEA? Drew just asked me that. Markstrom's playing. It's in his Pats. No, the brick's Canadian. That's a good question. Walmart? I mean, they have IKEAs in the States, but like, do they have like just a furniture purveyor? Lazy Boy? But Lazy Boy, you don't put it together, right? It comes together. I think it's got to be. Oh, people saying Ashley's Furniture Warehouse or Costco. I like that. Walmart, I think, is the best one because Walmart, you still have to put the furniture together. Costco or IKEA? You want me to pick one? IKEA. No, like I love Costco. I hate going to Costco, but I like what you can get there. IKEA all day. Because IKEA is an experience. You get to go sit in the chairs. Wes Richard, by the way, dropping 5 SDPM memberships. Thank you, Wes. You absolutely rock, buddy. Eichel with a shot. Ooh, Markstrom's dialed today. That's a vintage Markstrom glove save where he's completely out of position and still makes the great save. Freak 811, for anybody who wants this, hockey memorabilia, men's hockey talk in the Discord, and the Minnesota Wylde channels, because you guys know SDPN has a Discord channel. Really, really good group of people. Really well monitored, too. Robert Malloy does a great job with that. So we take care of our people. Freak 811 just dropped 5 SDPN memberships. Let's go. Let's go. By the way, if here we go. Hughes, wide open. Shot. I think he was trying to find Eichel, but that puck was, I think, just a little bit off, or somebody got a stick on it. Out comes Erik Karlsson. Sweden are changing. He's got Raymond with him. Takes the shot. Gets the rebound. Gets it down, and a big hit behind the net. I think that was Charlie McAvoy on Eriksson Ek, and Eriksson Ek has been a tough mofo this entire tournament. Woo! Big hit. Big hit. James Stemler, I think there should be an exception for too many men, though. I agree, James. I agree. If there's too many men on the ice, you should be able to review it. What a hit. Wham. Now he is jumping, but are we gonna get mad at this? Oh, he didn't touch the puck. Yeah, technically that would be interference. But again, he jumps and he didn't touch the puck, but NHL refs, man. Denise said, cheers to our bronze. We just won bronze in short track speed skating. Hey, cheers, cheers. Go Team Canada. Let's go. Sweden are slowly creeping back into this game on the offensive side. At one point, the States were sort of dominating them. It didn't help that Sweden took an early penalty. Now, they're looking a little bit more in it, a little bit more confident. Okay, so Gary says, looked at Willie Four Nations or Olympic jersey, and I thought the prices were way too steep. Well, I can tell you this. I would bet money that the Olympic jerseys go on sale immediately following the Olympics. Sometimes you just have to wait till the event's over or even the season's over. Oh, out front. Matthews had a really good opportunity there. I don't think he got his stick on it, though. Forsberg. Down low to Raquel. And there's a American stick in Raquel's gut, but no penalty there. They got lucky. Darlene with a shot. It's blocked. 8 minutes to go in the first period. By the way, I don't know if you guys, how many of you guys caught the Canada game? But that was some of the worst refereeing I've ever seen. That was awful. Just not a well done game. Sometimes the spotlight's too big for the refs too. Tage Thompson in the corner. Back to Sanderson, who's pinching. They are in the Swedish zone. Landeskog collects. He's been a factor already. Flips it out to Sanderson, who gloves it back in. The Americans can't touch it. And the Swedes end up touching it first. They both kind of waited there like, are you going to do it? Landeskog chips it past Hughes. Sanderson there. Mike Sullivan keeps switching up. Is it Hughes and Sanderson or Hughes and, oh, here we go. Lucas Raymond with a shot. Great pass. Really quick reload by the Swedes there. Connor Hellebuck looks dialed as well. And unlike Jake Markstrom, Connor Hellebuck is usually in position. Sometimes Jake Markstrom makes these saves, and I'm like, wow, that was crazy. It wouldn't have had to be that difficult if he was in position, but hey, who am I to tell Jake Markstrom how to play? Apparently, we're a little bit low on the like side of things. Is it too much to ask you to click like on this and click subscribe too? I want to LMAO, Adam. I bought the Leafs Yeti Cup last week. It's 40% off plus no tax. I love Ontario. Yeah, hit subscribe, kids. Listen, the reason we ask you to click like is that it exposes the stream. It makes more people find it. So it helps us reach more people. It'll show up in the YouTube homepage if enough people like it. Really helpful. If you wouldn't mind, that'd be great. I'd really appreciate it. Oh, yeah, no, for sure said unliked, reliked. Not sure that it helped. Prophet says, I'm sorry I'm late, but Mitch. It was a good goal. It was a good goal. Hockey Trend asks if he should tell all his friends. Of course, you should be hitting that share button and putting it through. If you got a Mac, you should be hitting the share button and then hitting the green icon to send it in your messages to all your friends. Hey, Drew, do you have the ice time up in front of you? Do you mind? Damon Brown is asking why Hedman is sitting. I'm just curious if he's taken any shifts. Yeah, sorry, Hayden might be able to help you too, just because he found a site. It is really hard to find stats on the Olympics. It's annoying. So apparently Hedman still hasn't taken a shift. What the hell is with this guy? Hey, Sam Halam, dude. You've got a first ballot Hall of Famer on your bench who's won multiple Stanley Cups. Nah. Unless he's hurt, or is big brain Sam holding back on Hedman till later in the game so he's fresh? Could that be possible? A lot of whoa black betties in the lot of whoa black betties in the chat right now. Every time I bring up Sam Halam. Oh, Hughes, sharp angle, but Markstrom had to make a tough save there. Lucas Raymond. Oh, almost a too many men on the ice call for the Swedes there. Oh, and Landeskog takes a massive hit at the U.S. bench and gets bent over backwards, like the uncomfortable way. Kyle says, Adam, he's obviously hurt, bro. Come on, use your head. Why did he dress then? Why did he dress? This is what Sweden does, guys. I don't know how many times I need to say it. Nylander at center, tips it by. Back comes Brady Tkachuk to Matthew. Oh, use your head, man. Oh, I didn't get the joke. I should have got the joke. That's embarrassing. That's on me. That's on me. Shots are tied 8-8. 5:22 left in the first period, by the way. Patterson, who's been pretty good this period. Dahlin, who's been pretty great this tournament. Dahlin, Patterson, back to Dahlin. Dahlin's alone. Matthews lined out there on defense for the States, but they are pinned at the moment. Patterson's got it behind the net. 0 shifts for Hedman so far. Jeez. Sam Halam, everybody. Big brain on Sam. Forsberg. Pettersson gets it back to the point. Shot by Dahlin, and that puck just skirts wide. Forsling on the other side grabs it. More sustained Swedish pressure here, but they did not get a shot on the net. And out come the States. It's Jake Sanderson getting the puck up to Boldy, but they got to change. Katie says, I hate every choice this Swedish coach makes. It's kind of nuts. This guy is, I don't know. I don't understand it. I feel like he's in a competition with himself to see what kind of galaxy brain shit he can come up with the next day. Bizarre. Carlson. Down low. Like, if you look at the Swedish roster, it's objectively the third best in the tournament on paper. What do you mean they have to play the States in the quarterfinals? They should have been, they should have played already today. Carlson gets the puck stripped by Tage Thompson, and then Tage just flips his stick away too. Tage is a strong guy, man. He's crazy. Oh, puck is out. Holmberg, who for the first couple of games played more than Forsberg. That's right. Pontus Holmberg played more minutes than Philip Forsberg. If you want to know why this coach is weird, that is it right there. Hughes. This is Jack Hughes, that is. Out front, shot. Markstrom right to the chest, makes the save. Rebound collected by Landeskog, who promptly gives it to Slavin. Slavin gets it back in. Landeskog playing some strong defense for Sweden. Lindholm. Elias Lindholm, that is. There's Lindholm the forward and Lindholm the D-man. They're both dressed today. Oh, Dahlin gave the puck up. Oh, no, here comes Jack Hughes. Shot. And a big save by his teammate, Jake Markstrom. Oh, hey, Drew, when you played hockey, do you still play hockey? You don't play hockey anymore. You played it growing up, though, right? Okay. Do you remember your helmet brands? Mostly Bauer. Did you ever know anybody who had a Yofa helmet? Your coach had he had the Gretzky Jofa? Yeah. Yeah? I remember Jofa had I don't know if you guys remember the Jaromir Jagr helmet, the cannonball thing. It almost looked like a helmet from Star Wars from the X-Wing pilots. You guys remember that one? Because I still have my red Nike helmet from when I was a teenager because I can't find a helmet to fit my enormous head. So I've just never replaced it. Did Justin? Justin never had a Yofa. It was always CCM or Bauer. I remember. Does anybody still have a Yofa helmet? Do they still make them? I haven't seen one in years. Here, the jersey I have, it's Fanatics. Yofa 390 is what Yager wore. That helmet has to be the ugliest helmet of all time. It has to be. It is not aesthetically pleasing, but a lot of guys used it. A lot of guys used it. The Gretzky helmet before him, aesthetically not pleasing, but for whatever reason, it fit. Justin says, fun fact, Adam still has his old bucket from House League because he can't find a new one big enough for his huge head. That is extraordinarily true. I did buy a new helmet a few years ago. It was a CCM. It was the biggest size they had, and it had the flip up on the top where you pull it aside and put it. Still didn't fit. Still didn't fit. Yeri says, I had a Yofa helmet just like my hero, Esa Tikkanen. Oh, Esa Tikkanen, the ultimate rat. Like, and I mean that in the best way. Holmberg versus Eichel, or sorry, Lindholm versus Eichel. I thought it was Holmberg. No, Lindholm versus Eichel. And Lindholm wins the draw. Forsling back. Out come the Swedes. 2:35 left in this first period. Shot. Hellebuck save. Oh, man. Nylander just got accidentally run over or hip checked a guy, whatever it was. And the States have come in offside, and the net is also off for the States, and it has been off for at least 20 seconds of play. I don't know why they decided to call it dead now. I don't know why they called that, but they called it. Look at Nylander here. Just Eichel just literally tries to jump over him like it's football. Justin Smith says, do any hats fit you? Any hat that has that plastic, those plastic teeth on it, I have to go to the very last tooth. And even then, it kind of rests on my crown. I have two hats that fit, and they're both the same brand. My mom got them to me for me in successive Christmases. I don't even know how to pronounce the brand. It's like Arc'teryx. It's got like a Architects or whatever. It's got I don't know. Anyway, they fit because they've got a strap at the back that's much bigger. Whenever someone's like, no, try on this hat, it'll be fine. I'm like, no, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. Justin says, I imagine that Adam, like me, is a solid 8 in a fitted hat. Absolutely. Absolutely. My head is long. In high school, they used to make fun of me. They said, Adam's got an alien head, like Alien and Predator, like the long head. I did, and I do. Big nog. Matthews tries to win the faceoff against Eriksson Ek, and the ref fake drops it because we love that. Remember, we came all the way to the Olympics to watch the Stripes fake drop the puck. Oh, it looks like Canadians just won a gold in short track. Thank you, Denise, for that update. 2 medals in 1 day. How about that? Nylander across to Dahlin. Shot. Dahlin had a chance to do a one-timer there. He just couldn't get it lined up properly. Still got a good shot off. And Nylander and Dahlin have had really good chemistry all tournament. Kind of makes you wonder what it would be like if the Leafs had ever got a stud defenseman. Drew just said, does watching Cale Makar make me jealous? Drew, I got to watch Cale Makar, and then I watched Quinn Hughes and Zach Werenski on Team USA, and then I watched Dahlin on Team Sweden. Yeah, I'm jealous. You know what makes me the angriest? Devon Tays was traded to the Avalanche for 2 second-round picks. That makes me so mad. What do you mean the Leafs didn't do that? Like, oh, I'm upset. He's also spectacular. Doesn't get the same flowers that McCarr gets, but dude, I'm so angry about it. I'm salty. I'm a salty boy. James Stemler, thoughts on why Canada struggled so much in the faceoffs? Well, it sucks not having Crosby there, but McKinnon could, or sorry, yeah, McKinnon couldn't win them either at certain times. I don't know. It was Drew said McKinnon's notoriously shit at faceoffs. Why did they have him take so many important ones then? Get McDavid in there. But yeah, I'm hoping Crosby plays next game. Suzuki normally is better in the faceoff dot, and I didn't see much from Bo Horvat today. Like, I didn't feel like he had the most impactful game. Joe Hart says, what would an Adam bobblehead look like? Let's see if I got a bobblehead here. I got a bobblehead down here. I'll show you. Here's my Toronto Blue Jays. Oh, actually, this is a Peterborough Pete's bobblehead. So imagine the head, but it's down here because it's so big that the spring inside has broken. That's what it would look like. That's what it would be. 30 seconds left in the first period. Shots all tied up here. In come the Swedes with 15 seconds to go. Brady Tkachuk gave Zibanejad a nice little chop there. That went unnoticed. I think that the refs are loosening up in terms of the calls they're making. Eichel across, and we are through the first period. No goal Sweden, no goals United States. Girl, that's interesting. That's real interesting. Yeah, Aunt says Adam's bobblehead would be more like a Funko Pop. That's actually perfect. I don't think I could say it any better than that. Minnesota Arctic Blast says Brine is lacrosse also owned by New Balance. Okay. James August 976 says Avs fan here. Tays has been rough all year. He's on Team Canada because he's KL's BFF. Drew, do you agree that Devon Taves should not be on Team Canada this year? He says people mistakenly think he's a McCarr merchant when he's actually very, very good defensively. It's interesting. Somebody else just asked how tall I am. I am as close to 6 feet as you can be without being 6 feet. I once went to a doctor's office and the doctor said, "You're 6 feet tall." And I was like, I'm going to take that, but I don't believe you. I'm 5'11 and a legitimate 5'11. Okay, now, before we get to our second intermission entertainment, let's get some second intermission hockey cards opening with Tim Hortons. Oh, first intermission. What am I saying? First intermission. Now, listen, if you're American, if you're Swedish, if you're Finnish and you're watching this, you can watch and envy because our Tim Hortons, and Americans have some Tim Hortons, but they don't do this. We got hockey cards because we're Canadian and we're awesome. So let's have a look. Now, yesterday, Jesse has been doing these too on his streams. Yesterday, I got myself my first gift card. Look at this. Look at that. I can't show you the QR code, otherwise you can steal it, but there it is. Jesse's been looking for that donut gift card. We still haven't seen one of those, but here's what we got. 2 base cards and a specialty and a pretty good set of cards. Carey Price, gold medal Wiener in Sochi. It's a shame that the rest of his Olympic career was robbed by Gary Bettman being a pain in the ass, as was Steven Stamkos, who I think he got hurt. I don't think he ever played in the Olympics. They didn't bring him in 2010, and I'm pretty sure he was hurt for Sochi. So Steven Stamkos, I don't believe played in the Olympics, unless I'm wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And then a Northern Stars card. Now this guy won. Toronto Maple Leafs legend, Joseph Thornton. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Okay, last one here. And then Drew, what are we doing in terms of what's our thing? Oh, okay, I like this. Okay, now I got a couple of Team Canada defensemen on this. Shea Theodore, Colton Parayko. They played pretty good. They played pretty good this tournament. And my gold medal winner specialty card is Maybe he'll be a gold medal winner again. He won the gold at the World Championships, by the way. It's not an Olympic gold. It's Josh Morrissey, who was scratched today because I believe he's hurt. But even so, that's great. So listen, how about, because we got highlight packs to play, how about we go to the WHL for some big dubs, Drew? Can we do that? All right. We're going to play some big dubs, and I will be back with you at the beginning of the second period. We'll see if we can get a goal on the board.
Hello, friends. Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another episode of Big Dubs, where we take a look at the best from around the Western Hockey League over this past week. Where should we start? I have an idea. Here's Prince Albert Raiders star and Vancouver Canucks prospect Braden Coots.
To the right side point for Cripps now. Cripps holds onto it, fires towards the goal. It's stopped, but it comes loose to Coots now. He'll walk in, backhand, scores! Braden Coots from an impossible angle. Backhands this one up the roof. Phenomenal backhand shot from Braden Coots, and it's 4-2 Raiders.
I love that goal for less of what happens on the ice and more of what happens in the booth. First of all, the hands, and he just feathers the backhand, no angle. That's a ridiculous goal. But the play-by-play and the color commentary are the only two valid reactions you can have. The first being, what a goal! Oh my goodness, Braden Coots! Like, I don't know if he did that all in one breath or not. And then color commentary just, well, Valid. Coots was drafted 15th overall by the Vancouver Canucks this past June, and he actually made his NHL debut this past October. The 19-year-old has 24 points in 16 games since being acquired by Prince Albert at the WHL trade deadline. Why'd they go out and get him? Well, last week, Prince Albert became the first team in the WHL to clinch a playoff berth this year. Keep making the play-by-play guys lose their minds, dude. Braden Coots. Big dub. For our next highlight, I want to introduce you to Carter Sutherland of the Edmonton Oil Kings. He had 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points in one game as a defenseman.
Bag move, works it into the circle, fire stop, rebound, Hansen on the doorstep, couldn't get it to go. Noble Bifo, he'll pick a pocket, right wing circle, gets it across, Sutherland, scores! Quite find him. 53 seconds to go here in the second. Centering feed. Goyce gets stopped. Rebound. Scores! Carter Sutherland's got 2. It's 7-3 Edmonton. Trying to chip it low. It's knocked down. There's Goyce across. Here's Sutherland circle, cutting his way in. Sutherland, the backhander, rebound, scores! Carter Sutherland is the second Oil King ever to score a hat trick. It's 11-4 Edmonton.
Ridiculous. Those 5 points were in a real nail-biter against Moose Jaw, where Edmonton won 11-4. In that performance, Sutherland became just the second WHL defenseman this season to get a hat trick behind Bryce Pickford. And this was only the second hat trick by a defenseman in Edmonton Oil Kings history. The other was Ashton Sautner in the 2014-15 season. And to put a real bow on it, this 5-point performance, which was a career best for Carter Sutherland, came in his 250th WHL game. Sutherland was selected 135th overall in the 5th round by the Philadelphia Flyers in 2023. But he didn't sign with the team, something to keep an eye on. He had 6 goals and 5 assists in 4 games to become the Tempo WHL Player of the Week. And looking at those numbers, Carter Sutherland. Big dub. Now, let's highlight a name that you should probably already know. He was the first overall pick in the 2025 WHL Prospects Draft. Watch this thievery from Maddox Schultz of the Regina Pats.
Pass it in the middle, hit a stick, rebound Maddox Schultz, here he is, backhander, scores! How do you like that one, Clarence?
Oh, yes, that's the line we were talking about. First and third pick there, Pugh, Schultz. That's a young line.
nasty, but I do want to point something out. On this play, Maddox Schultz stole the puck from a Calgary Hitmen player named Hunter Ora. You could argue that he harvested the puck away from Hunter Ora, technically making this goal Ora farming. Don't boo me! It was very good! I liked it! It's terrible and I'd like to apologize. Now, it would be the Hitmen getting the last laugh in this game, winning 4-3, but Maddox Schultz threw up a goal, this one, and an assist. Get this, Schultz is just 15 years old, and he's eligible for the 2026 draft? Nope. 2027 draft? Nope. The 2028 NHL draft. In just 20 games, the 15-year-old forward already has 16 points. He's off to a pretty good start. Maddox is helping Regina fight tooth and nail to get into the WHL playoffs, something they haven't done since Connor Bedard was on their team. Good luck to the Regina Pats and Maddox Schultz. Big dub. I don't think that'll be the last time we see him. Hey, speaking of guys that we're not going to see for the last time, Landon DuPont of the Everett Silvertips. The prodigy returns to Big Dubs. What does he have in store for us this time?
DuPont stepping in towards the net, shot blocked. Picked up by Smith. DuPont gets it back right side to the net, he scores! Power play goal for Landon DuPont! Silvertips grab back the lead!
That was clinical. First of all, I know that goal felt amazing. It was a tie game late in the third, 2-2. Look at the shots. 44-18 for Everett. They wanted that one. But Landon DuPont taking a shot. It's blocked. All right, I didn't like that side anyway. Let me go to the other side and rip it. Landon DuPont is preposterous. 46 points in 47 games. As a defenseman, in his second year in the WHL, he's 16 still. That's his 13th goal of the season. He scored 17 last year. We'll see if he can beat that total. By the way, I can do math. That gives him 30 career WHL goals before his 17th birthday, and there's still time to get more. As a right shooting defenseman, this kid is going to go very, 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 very high in the NHL draft when it's his turn, because he's not even eligible yet. On Monday, February 16th, DuPont will finally play his first WHL game in his hometown of Calgary. He's played 110 games in the WHL, and he hasn't played in his hometown yet. The reigning WHL Rookie of the Year is eligible for the 2027 NHL draft, so remember that one as well. Landon DuPont, Big Dub. We got time for one more highlight in this week's edition of Big Dubs. Let's go to Ethan Hughes of the Spokane Chiefs.
Stevenson will carry the puck, now leave it back. Alstead poked away there by Hughes. He's coming on a breakaway. Hughes down the middle, comes in, backhander shots, and scores! Ethan Hughes with 2:50 left in the second, and Spokane out to a 4-1.
Ew! That is like a highlight reel bingo card. Steals it for the goal, nailed it. Steals it for the breakaway goal, nailed it. And then the filthy hands on that one. That reminds me, and this player was, I don't think he was alive when this happened. Let me just check. I know he might have been. Let me think about, no, he wouldn't have been. It reminds me of Sidney Crosby's famous shootout winner against the Montreal Canadiens in Sidney Crosby's rookie year, which was the 2005-2006 season, which Ethan Hughes was not alive for. Just me? All right, yeah, sure, I'll be old then. They look the same! It's mostly just the leg kick, but then he also tucks it backhand. The Spokane Chief was part of the 2024 WHL champion Moose Jaw Warriors. Now get this. Hughes was diagnosed with kidney cancer and a Wilms tumor when he was just 10 years old. He underwent 19 weeks of chemotherapy before returning to the ice. Now he's played 152 WHL games, played another 20 in the WHL playoffs, and he's a WHL champion. Ethan Hughes, incredible story, incredible player, incredible goal. Big dub. So, my friend, what did you think of this week's edition of Big Dubs? Let us know down in the comments. But for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell your friends. SDPN is your place for all things Western Hockey League. Bienvenue mes amis, Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another episode of Q It Up, where we take a look at the best from around the QMJHL over this past week. What should we start with? I know just the thing. Here's Nathan Quinn of the Quebec Ramparts between his legs. Cue it up.
Ovtcharov en se retournant de blé vers le centre. 10 secondes à faire en deuxième. Beveridge en entrée de zone. Beveridge la passe devant. Quinn est seul. Le tir et le but! Quelle manœuvre de Nathan Quinn! C'est passé la rondelle entre les pattes et a placé le disque à la gauche du gardien Gladu qui pensait avoir fait l'arrêt. La rondelle a touché la jambière gauche du gardien et a glissé lentement derrière la ligne rouge des buts. Nathan Quinn vient de marquer son 50e but en carrière dans l'uniforme des Remparts de Québec.
Gross! Before we get to Nathan Quinn, because that was incredible, Egan Beveridge on this setup, getting into the zone, the nasty work, and actually getting the puck to Nathan Quinn, that was a journey in and of itself. Beveridge already has 13 points in 16 games with the Ramparts, but how about Nathan Quinn between the legs on the breakaway? There is a reason that he leads the Quebec Ramparts in scoring by 13 points. 27 goals, 55 points in just 43 games. The 18-year-old from Napierville, Quebec was a 6th round pick of the Philadelphia Flyers just this past June. He had 46 points in 55 games with Quebec last season, and he's already past that. And he leads Quebec in literally everything: goals, assists, and points. The setup from Beveridge, that was a tall glass of water, but what a finish by Nathan Quinn. Now, whenever I'm making these videos, I always like to imagine there's a goalie on the other end of the screen going boo every time a goal is scored. Don't worry, goalies, I see you. I'm gonna get you with this one. Here's St. John's Sea Dogs goalie and Montreal Canadiens prospect Arseny Radkov. Cue it up.
The goal net being fixed. LeBear's cross ice pass. Oh, Radkov, what a stop! Coming across. Amazing. Radkov.
I love it when a goalie just yard sails and does everything they can, just throws their body across the ice at the puck. After 2 seasons in the Russian MHL, which is basically like Russian Junior, Radkov is now in the queue. Now, he began the season with the Armada with a 12-7-3 record and an .894 save percentage. Things haven't gone quite as smoothly with the Sea Dogs, but this save is the best of the bunch. There's a reason that the Montreal Canadiens drafted Radkov in the 3rd round, 82nd overall this past June. What a save, Arseny Radkov. Now, for our next highlight, it's actually 2. And blink and you'll miss it. This is Marek Danicek of the Newfoundland Regiment with 2 one-time bombs in just 1 minute and 7 seconds. Cue it up.
Michaud now, middle blue line. Eventually for LaRose. He steps back in. Lays it across in front. They score. And this one is Danicek on this cross seam pass. Left to right. And it's going to be the first lead of the game for the Newfoundland Regiment. That one is ripped at. And it's going to miss wide. Here's LaRose stepping in. Turnaround pass controlled by LaBerge. Again loading up. There's a shot. Scores! Danicek again. ×2.
Sheesh. Marek Danicek has been an absolute weapon for the regiment. He leads them in goal scoring with 28. The undrafted 19-year-old has 28 goals and 61 points in 51 games this season with Newfoundland. Not bad for the product of Kladno, Czechia. Marek Danicek, you keep putting that in the net and we'll keep featuring you in Cue It Up. Now, these next 2 highlights are from the 2 leading goal scorers in the QMJHL. Here's Maxime Massé of Chicoutimi with a snipe. Cue it up.
Avec le 10, remet pour Boissel, jongle avec cette rondelle, Desruisseaux, la passe dans l'enclave, le tir de Massé et le but. C'est 4-0. Maxime Massé qui marque, je crois, c'est son 36e de la saison pour Massé.
Ooh, catch and release snipe. Maxime Massé was selected 66th overall in 2024. That's a 3rd round draft pick going to the Anaheim Ducks. 6 foot, 200-pound 19-year-old. Massé is 2nd in QMJHL scoring with a...
Well, hello there, friends. Now, D-Man462, I missed your super chat before we went to break. Adam, do you like John Cooper's line configurations? If Sidney Crosby's not in the lineup, he's going to have to do better than that. I didn't love it today, but I think Nick Suzuki as a center is actually more effective than he was as a winger. Does that make any sense? It all hinges on Sidney Crosby. And, you know, Celebrini McDavid McKinnon is a pretty freaking cool line. So I don't know. You kind of take it for what it is, right? They won the game. I wasn't thrilled with their performance through most of that game, but they won it, and that's what matters. And we'll see what happens. Okay. Second period. No goals in the first period. I have to ask the question. Have our American friends in the chat thought about what happens if America screws this up? Because they've been like acting like rock stars, as they should. I'm not saying they shouldn't. But what happens? Fuji says interview with the coach of Sweden is that Hedman is injured. Hedman injured himself during warm-up and will most likely not play, but Hedman still said he wanted to be on the bench. Shoot. I know Hedman's been hurt all year, so that's probably whatever it is, he probably aggravated it. So Hedman's just not going to play. Okay. Broberg with a shot. Swedes already off to a pretty good little start here. No shot on net there, but still a bit of a scoring chance. McAvoy touches it up, and we are going to go to the Swedish end for an offensive zone faceoff for the Americans. Joe says, I do not want to think about that outcome if the U.S. screws this up. Jackie says, honest to goodness, it's not a national disaster. I leave my TV and this chat, and nobody is talking about it. You just won't ever mention it again. Honestly, if Canada had lost today too, that would have been my thing. I'd be like, I'm not even acknowledging it. I can't talk about it. I don't want to be a part of it. Nylander. Down low, Eriksson Ek with him. Eriksson Ek is causing issues out front. Forsling with a shot. That is blocked by Austin Matthews. Rasmus Dahlin pulls that back to Forsling. Slap back into the American zone. Swift Wylde says, Adam, when will there be a live show in a WHL city? Hopefully soon. You got to remember, we are a smaller business. That's very expensive for us to do. We would love to do it. We just have to make the financials work. Maybe we can talk to the WHL about it. See if we can get one done. Drew, do you have any preferences on a WHL city? Justin, any preferences? You'd be coming too. Saskatchewan? Should we do Moose Jaw? Maybe Saskatoon? Maybe do a Blades game? 17:46 left in the second period. Bit of a tentative start, I would say. Sanderson over to Werenski. Oh, Thompson had a wide open look at the net, got wound up. Markstrom had it the whole way. Justin makes a really good point. Kelowna, we have to do a Rockets game, not even close. I've never been to Kelowna. I would love to do Kelowna. They call it Kelowna-fornia. Francois LaBelle, I had a meeting running long. It doesn't look like I missed much in the game. Francois, you missed a couple of good scoring chances, my friend, but if you are just joining us for this sidecast, I'll tell you, it's been pretty back and forth. The Americans had a power play early and then kind of dominated the Swedes for a little bit, but they've come right back into it. Holmberg dumps the puck in. Fourth line for the Swedes out there. Up against the American fourth line. What's that, Hayden or Drew? I was going to ask you. So Brock Nelson's wearing a bubble, and Drew is asking why, and I don't know. I don't have the answer. Hannah Montana 71 says, is USA allowed to play? If USA is allowed to play, why isn't Russia? Come on. I think we know the answer to that. Kelowna Rockets have a great logo. They sure do. Justin says, damn, Hannah, we're just trying to have a chill day here. That's very true. Listen, there's politics to be talked about in every other sector of your life. And I know that it weighs on your mind every single day. Everybody in this chat, you can't get away from this shit. But right here, right now, we're going to just talk about this game. And I think that that's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know how I feel. You know what side of the aisle I'm on. That's why I don't need to go blasting it at you every second of the day like the internet does. The Nick Rudolph says Medicine Hat, obviously. I'm assuming, Nick, you live there. Darlene from Nylander, I'm telling you, watch those two. If the Swedes ever get a power play in this game, they are going to be the quarterbacks of it. They are dual quarterbacks. Kempe shot on. McAvoy takes it, but Eriksson Ek is kind of fighting him, and he's able to get the puck loose. His line has changed, but he's still out there forechecking. I get the sense that Eriksson Ek just loves forechecking. He just loves dirty-ass hockey. He's the kind of net front presence I would love a Toronto Maple Leaf to have. Francois Labelle, I had no doubt Canada would win, and I'll sue anyone who says differently. Please don't look at my chat logs. Buddy, I think we were all a little concerned this afternoon. I was so angry after the Mark Stone pass. Oh, my God. Landeskog with a shot. Swedes are kind of they're pushing here. And this is the Jack Eichel line against what is Landeskog and, oh, here we go. Landeskog with the puck. He's looking for a man in front. Oh, what a big save by Connor Hellebuck. Lucas Raymond almost put one home if he'd gotten a little bit higher. But you know Connor Hellebuck's a stud. He had that. Oh, Nick Rudolph says, no, I'm from Owen Sound, but Medicine Hat is my WHL team. Oh, okay. Erik Karlsson. Shadowed by Trocheck. Zabinajad at center. Oh, almost an opportunity there, but Erik Karlsson broke that up, dumps it in, and chases. Connor Hellebuck drops it for Hanifin. Hanifin gets the puck up. The Swedes are all over. A lot more stingy. Raquel on Boldy. Matthews gets the puck, but then almost gets it stripped. Matthew Tkachuk is there to grab it. Swedes are playing all over the Americans the way the Americans were playing all over Sweden through the first half of the first period. Francois Labelle says, in the Canadian game, I had to change my shorts 3 times. I had to just stop being an angry boy. I was so mad. I was just raging that whole game. Sanderson. Oh, and that Broberg looks like that stung. I think it hit him in the hip. Big save by Markstrom. Pettersson, who had actually a pretty good first period on both sides of the puck. Vancouver fans got to be excited about that. He's scoring a little bit more. Maybe not in this tournament, but there's some life in Elias Pettersson. Eriksson Ek to Willie, to Rasmus Dahlin. He's going to shoot that puck. Oh, not hard enough. And the Swedes are offside right now. Kyle Dubas watching Erik Karlsson probably. Also, you probably, there's Doug Armstrong. You probably want to know something about the States and the Swedes if they're going to play. Matt L says, Petey's just upping his trade value. Moses Chadwick says, I never doubted him. Yeah. Okay. Just like I didn't doubt Canada today. Oh, man, that's funny. Matthew says, is Zach Werenski the most underrated player in the NHL? I feel Barkov has got a lot more credit the past 2 years because he's won cups. Werenski has languished in CBJ. Well, before you pull the plug on Columbus, they were like 9-1 before the Olympic break under Rick Bowness. They might have some life. But yeah, Zach Werenski, at very least, I don't know, Drew, Justin, if you guys agree here, at very least, Zach Rowinski is the most underrated defenseman in the league. Like, should be a superstar. That's my opinion. You disagree? Okay, Drew, give me yours. Do you think people recognize him? Drew thinks he's going to win the Norris Trophy this year. Interesting. Huh. All right. All right. So, okay, Drew, if it's not Rowinski, give me the most underrated defenseman in the NHL. Slavin does, yeah. Slavin does get his flowers. Adam Pellich, good pick. He is unreal. He's good. Justin, you have one? I'll throw one in there, at least this season. Darren Radish from friggin' Tampa Bay Lightning, who's come out of nowhere and just put 40 points on the board. I had a buddy that picked him up early on waivers, and I'm so mad. Oh, Chance Markstrom overcommits to Tage Thompson, but Thompson is not able to slip it through his pads. Francois Lebel, clutch Marner as long as it's not the Leafs. Listen, Marner has been very clutch in a Leaf jersey. It's just a red Leaf jersey. The blue Leaf jersey, a little less so. Oh, people are saying Mario Ferraro. That's a good one. Oh, up front. Oh, man. Pontus Holmberg had a brilliant opportunity. Oh, no, it's Elias Lindholm. I don't think that was Holmberg, was it? No, it was. It was 29, not 28. Pontus Holmberg almost opened the scoring here, kids. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Pontus Holmberg is the man? Okay, guys, you can't say Mo Seider. This isn't name a good defenseman. It's underrated defenseman. No one's underrating Mo Seider. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah, Moritz Seider. I didn't know he was good. He was just a top round draft pick and, is the star of everything in Detroit. You can't listen, you can't play for the Detroit Red Wings and be underrated, right? That's the other thing. Like any of these original 6 teams, it's basically impossible to be underrated. Justin says Chikrin, Sanderson, and Pellich, all good picks. Yeah, I like that. JJ Moser's an interesting one in Tampa. He's come on strong. That's the guy that they got in exchange for Sergachev. Brady Tkachuk. Hannafin. Down to Tkachuk. Quinn Hughes is out there with Hannafin now. Tipton says Sam Malinsky. Drew, what do you think about Sam Malinsky? He's Minnie McCarr. Yo, I don't think I realized how good Sam Malinsky was until he started torching the Leafs. The second Colorado-Toronto matchup of the season, like Malinsky was good in the first one. The second one, he was unreal. I hate how Colorado just finds these guys. Why can't we do that here? I don't get it. We had Timothy Liljegren. Stop it. Stop. Puck now in the American zone again. Nylander line out there. We got a quick 3-on-2 here with Austin Matthews, Matt Boldy, and Jake Gensel, who've been so good. Great shot across. That does get through Markstrom, but it does not get past the red line. Shot. Another American shot. It just misses the net, and out come the Swedes. It's Nylander and Matthews on the ice together against each other. McAvoy and Eriksson Ek are getting into it after the whistle. Wow. The Austin Matthews line was this close to opening the scoring. Puck went under, I believe, the right pad of Markstrom, and I don't know if it was his back leg that hit it wide, but they did beat him. They did beat him. Shots are, by the way, for everybody asking in the chat, 16-14 in favor of the Americans. Look at this. Boldy to Matthews, instant pass over to Gensel, and Gensel just, let's see what happens here. Gensel's on his forehand, gets it through the pads. Oh, not through the pads, kind of slightly to the side. Markstrom was good on that. Wow. Drew's asking where this Markstrom for the Devils has been, and I think he's asking a damn good question. That is a really good question. I'm sure Devils fans are asking that. And hey, Jack Hughes looks pretty good too. Where's he been at? $10:50 left in the second period here. There's been some scoring chances, but it's been tentative. Nobody wants to F this up first. And we might have a 2-on-1 here, at least 2-on-2. Forsberg. Oh, Forsberg almost had it. He lost the handle. He lost the skate. He had Raquel open, but he just couldn't keep his skates dug into the ice. Nick Rudolph says Kiefer Sherwood, Jake Slavin, and Karel Vejmelka. Karel Vejmelka, Steve's been on the Karel Vejmelka chain forever. I like Kiefer Sherwood, but big shot by Lucas Raymond, and it just goes off the glove of Hellebuck. It was loose, but it went wide. Lucas Raymond having a pretty active game here. Oh boy. Some good goalie saves at both sides. Forsberg, just look at this. Just can't, if he is able to power turn his way, JT Miller is not in a position to take out Ricard Raquel. Connor Hellebuck was not in a position to stop it. They were close. And Raymond just clipped the top of Connor Hellebuck like 20 seconds later. Hellebuck just got that. Landeskog is going to take this face-off against Jack Eichel, and he loses it. Swedes have got to watch this. This line has been spectacular for the Americans. Eichel with his skating, and he's going to break in. Jack Eichel. Oh, and if he had gotten a handle on that, Markstrom was beat. But it's just a little bit late. Lucas Raymond to Zabinajad. Zabinajad 1-on-3. The puck goes out. Wow. Broberg. Puck to Werenski. Eichel tried to get in, but Brady Tkachuk is offside. Jackie says, hey, producer Drew. Jake Markstrom's play is everything to do with that national jersey. You just play different. National pride is a different thing. Listen, I've never represented Canada in anything. I'm going to have to take that person's word for it. Drew, your response, sir. Could also be that the Swedish defensemen are way better. That's not a bad point. Not a bad point. Francois Labelle says, after the Canada game, my energy is low. I don't blame you. That was a lot of emotion. It's like when you come home from a wedding or a funeral or anything that takes a lot of your social energy, drains your battery. You know what I'm saying? Dinner with your boss, you know? Burps McGurps, if only America had a couple of 30-goal scorers that could help add some offense to the roster. And Burps McGurps, I don't know if you're Canadian or American, but every single Team USA game I've done, and I've done all of them this tournament, every single one, somebody says that. And it's always Americans, and they're always annoyed. And listen, you guys rolled the group stage. It was easy. But Americans are pissed that Robertson and, to a lesser extent, Caulfield are not here. And, you know, I kind of get it. Francois Labelle dropping 10 SDPN membership. Oh, Francois, my God. My God. Dropping a monster. Thank you, buddy. By the way, probably a good opportunity to tell you what VIP gets you. If somebody gives you a VIP subscription, what does that mean? Well, you're going to get 30 days of Steve Dangle Podcast VIP, which means you get an extra episode every single week with us, which is super cool. And then on top of that, and this is the better part, if you upgrade to VIP ad-free, you get our episodes completely ad-free, and you get them before they are released to everybody else. So if you are a VIP ad-free member, it's $6.99 a month. If you're just a VIP member, it's $4.99 a month. And James Stemler just dropped 5 SDPN memberships. You guys tell me, any VIPs in the chat with your green, anybody who's got a green name, they're VIPs. Guys, do you love the VIP episodes? VIP actually just came out this morning too. Quinn Hughes, 9:09 left in the second period. Shots are 17-16. Shot through traffic. Big rebound. Markstrom makes a big key save, and I think it got caught in his blocker. All right, the VIP episode is out right now, and a lot of people, I'm getting a lot of endorsements for the VIP. They are great episodes. They're fun. Burps McGurps, America hasn't been able to score until the third period in every game. It's a huge problem. You don't outgrit less talented teams to victory. Burps McGurps dropping the bars. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. He's not messing around. Oh, and there's a goal. And that is Dylan Larkin off a Team USA offensive zone win. A big opening goal for the Americans. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Bring forth your Eagles. Bring forth your Eagles. Play Freebird. America. America. Can I play Freebird on the guitar? I cannot. I bet Justin could. Justin knows guitar better than I do. Yeah, there's the Eagles. Rah! There they are. The Eagles are coming out in full force. There's the Americans. Ah. You know, that's one of those goals that any goalie in the world is going to have a hard time stopping. Swedes have got to get this back now. They got 8 minutes and 42 seconds before the end of this period. You got to get, looks like a rebound goal is going to be the way to go for the Swedes because Connor Hellebuck's he's good on every first shot. Look at all the American Eagles in the chat. Oh my God. All right. Francois LaBelle. Let's see. Hold on. We got some super chats to get to. Francois LaBelle, VIP is so good. Plus you can binge all the old ones when you're a new subscriber. James Stemler, VIP is S tier. Content chat, be there or be square. 6 questions. Lentz, as an American, I am worried Sweden will go all Gustavus Adolphus on us today. Well, I don't think you need to worry anymore. You got the edge right now. Spirits of Montgomery just joined STP VIP ad-free. Let's go. Another shot at Markstrom, and that puck goes a little bit wide. Ekman Larson up to nobody on the boards. Lindholm and Forsberg digging with the Americans for it. Shot. Markstrom got a piece of that. Lindholm. Forsberg to Raquel. That was almost a suicide pass. Now Forsberg's open. Oh, that was close. Put it at, unfortunately. Hampus Lindholm. Lucas Raymond. Americans not giving the Swedes much room here. As soon as a Swede gets the puck, they have to make a move with it, which is creating some good turnovers for the Americans in this second half of the second period. Here comes Eichel. Back to Hanifin. Werenski with the shot in. Hanifin rotating around with Hughes and Werenski in the last couple of shifts. Eichel. Oh, Brady Tkachuk just walked in. And then and then when Markstrom covered it up, Brady just slashed his hand. That's going to draw Ekman Larson, Landeskog. I know a few Scandinavians who might have an issue with that. Drew says Tkachuk is opening the wrong door if he wants to go Landeskog. You notice though, Brady didn't get crazy there. Like they were screwing around in the group stages. Brady didn't get crazy there. He's like, nah, it's Gabriel. I'm not gonna do the Tkachuk. I'm gonna grab you by the scruff of your neck and just pop you a few times. That hasn't happened. Katie Face says Quinn Hughes has quietly been amazing. I love him. I think he's just phenomenal. Stephen Mann says, I know it's been talked about. I can understand if Hedman is dealing with something, but how Brought is not hitting the ice is just ridiculous. Boldy with a shot. That's blocked. Eric Sadek, Nylander, and Kempe are away. And the Americans are all over them. There's Charlie McAvoy with another big hit. Oh, another huge hit on Joel Eriksson Ek. I didn't see which American hit him, but holy. They're going after Jeek pretty hard here. Americans have definitely dominated the last 5 minutes of this game. Has not been a lot going from Sweden. Nylander to Broberg. Broberg dumps it deep. Boldy. And down into the Swedish zone it goes again. Bit of a quiet game here right now. Oh, nice little lead pass by Dahlin, who's been a stud this tournament. It's the fourth line out there. Wenberg, who's had a very quietly great season in San Jose, scored a lot of points. He's out there with Holmberg and Lindholm. Forsling dumps it right onto Hellebuck. And Forsling back into the Swedish zone as it's kind of been all game, or at least for the last little bit. The Swedes had a good first period, but this is not looking great. There we go. Zabinajad to Raymond. USA looking quietly very confident right now. They seem to be doing a really good job too when the Swedes get a shot. Hellebuck's good on the first shot. You got to clear the rebounds. Big save by Markstrom there. Sneaky little shot. He's been really good on the first saves, but there have been some juicy rebounds. Swedes haven't gotten to them. Hold on. Did we just get curling? Did Canada just win a curling game? Do we know? I'm seeing some curling rocks in the chat. I just want to check. Sorry, say that again, Drew. Oh, someone's cheating. Okay. Did Canada cheat? If we got accused of cheating again, oh boy. Francois Labelle, I'm eating Haagen-Dazs key lime pie ice cream. Attaboy. Delish. Although, to me, if I'm going to have dessert, it's got to be chocolate. Kyle says we did beat Italy in extras. That's good. Canada beat Sweden in curling today. Oh, yeah. Low key. Was it the men's side? It was women's side. Okay. And the Canadian men's win. Justin is standing up for the Canadians. They didn't get disqualified because they didn't cheat. By the way, the Swedes who accused Canada of cheating have gone like 1-6 in the tournament. All right. This game, for me anyway, has gotten a little bit quieter since that goal. I'm not seeing the jump in the Swedish legs. There's Bill Guerin looking on. Man, the look on Bill Guerin's face, to me, the moment of this hockey tournament so far was the look on Bill Guerin's face when Jeremy Swayman let in that goal from center ice. He knew the camera was on him and he was like, I'm holding back all of my rage right now. Anthony says, Adam, I thought the United States national team has one of the best goal differentials in the tournament, so I don't think we need Caulfield or Robertson. Listen, I've been saying it all tournament. Just because Robertson and Caulfield aren't here doesn't mean Team USA is bad. And I think people got that a little bit confused beforehand. And what was interesting, it was Americans that were like, we're bad because those guys aren't here. You could make the argument you're not as good as you could be. This Team USA team's pretty sick. Canada won gold in men's speed skating. We already knew that, right? Kachuk and Eric Ekman-Larsson. A leaf and a send. Little glove action there on Kachuk's face. Butler says, I'm going to need a win from us here. So that way I can talk smack to my buddy from Sweden watching the games. Also, keep up the good work. Hey, well, thanks so much for joining us. I've done every Swedish game. I've done every American game, and you guys have been incredible. And it's kind of awesome that they get to play each other. Because before the tournament, Jesse was like, I'm doing Team Canada women's. Steve's doing Team Canada men's. I'm like, great. I'll do USA Sweden. Why the hell not? It's been fun. Jack Hughes. Puck over. What's that, Drew? You Drew says, I definitely want USA to win then. Otherwise, I'm doing Slovakia, Finland. I might have to do Slovakia, Finland anyway. But yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Because I'm doing the other semi. Whatever semifinals we get, Steve is going to do the Team Canada one, and I'm going to do the other one. I don't know what one is going to be. Nylander keeps the puck alive. Yeah, USA, Slovakia, or Finland, Slovakia. Slovakia's been such a good team. They play like a team, too. The Nick Rudolph says, don't you mean Bill Guaven? Yes, of course. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Lane Hudson's not going to be left off this roster much longer. Imagine Rowinski, Hughes, and Lane Hudson. You'd never get the puck ever again. Oh, good shot by Slavin through traffic. Americans can't get the rebound, but that is the right idea. Kempe. Ian Ball says JT Miller doing a post game would be incredible TV. Oh, Brock Nelson just drew a penalty, and I think it's going to be Hampus Lindholm. And that's a trip. All day, that's a trip. Justin, apparently somebody's reported your poll for misinformation. Let's settle this once for all. Did Canada cheat? The answers are no, and also no. Rich says, you're going to take Hudson on Canada's roster, right? I honestly think we could use a guy like him because I feel like Cale Makar is the only, like in terms of defensemen in the NHL right now, it's Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes, and Zach Werenski for me. And I think we need more speed on the back end. If I was Canada and I was smart, which I'm not always sure Canada is, I would invite him. Also, wouldn't that make him a hero in Montreal? Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave my country's team. I'm gonna go compete with Canada. Oh man, Montrealers would lose their mind. They'd be like, "This is our man. This is our god." Screw you, Toronto. As always, as you'd expect. It seems like, by the way, from the way people are voting in the poll, most people agree that Canada did not cheat. So I think good job on the poll. I'm glad we could all agree on this, by the way. 1:16 left on this American power play. Swedes have done a pretty good job clearing the puck out so far. Matthews. He had a power play goal earlier this tournament. Out front. Oh, Jack Eichel was wide open. He just didn't receive the pass. I wonder if it was tipped right before. Out front. Tage Thompson walked out front. Markstrom had the bottom of the net covered, and Thompson gets another chance. Oh, Markstrom's out of the net, and he gets the puck. It was way out in front of him, but he got the puck, covered it. 45 seconds to go in this power play, and the Swedes can take a little bit of sigh of relief here. 1:16 left in the second period. One thing I do know is if you're Sweden, the only goal you have right now, just keep it 1-0. Keep it 1-0. Take a break. Get into that dressing room and figure out how the hell you're going to score. Americans pulling away in the shots, by the way. This power play isn't helping. 29-19. Landeskog dropped a knee, got the Werenski shot with it. Werenski with a shot. Oh, the rebound just went over the net. Jake Gensel almost had it. Top corner. And the Swedes were able to get the puck and clear, but only to center ice. Is that going to be enough to make a change? I don't think it is. They are exhausted. You know those legs are tired. Werenski and Quinn Hughes basically playing with their food right now. In comes Jack Hughes. Hughes just running around out there. Look at him go. Ice, or he gets the puck across. Why did I say ice? I don't know. Probably because that's what they're playing on. And out comes Hampus Lindholm. And the Swedes are 24 seconds away from accomplishing their one goal, which is please don't let the United States score again. But the U.S. have reloaded. Here they come. Matt Boldy, Austin Matthews. Oh, no, it's Nelson, Boldy. I don't know who else is out there. But there's 5 seconds to go. Sweden gets away with a couple close calls here. And it is only 1-0. Francois LaBelle says, I hope Slav is not too injured. He's already one of our gods. Lane Hudson, that is. And screw T.O. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Daniel says, anyone else get a random split-second ad on CBC Gem just now? I am watching on cable, so I did not get that. Wow. That was an interesting period. It started with them kind of being like, I don't want to screw up, and you don't want to screw up, and then it became a little bit tilted in the States' favor. Sweden's got to they got to watch it because the States are really using their speed. That led to the penalty that Brock Nelson drew. Let's open some hockey cards. I don't know what's going to happen in this third period, but if I'm Sam Hallam, I gotta get it together. Oh, okay. We got an Olympian, a non-Olympian, and a gold medal specialty card. Brianne Jenner, Olympian, women's side. Gold medal game, by the way, tomorrow with Jesse Blake. What time is that gold medal game? Do you know, Drew? But Jesse Blake's going to be doing the stream on the women's side for the gold medal. Dylan Genther, although he has not played in the Olympics yet, still a spectacular player for the Utah Mammoth. I would argue one of the more underrated forwards in the entire league. And for my Montreal Canadiens fans, specifically you, Francois LaBelle, a God amongst men, another Carey Price gold medal card. Kind of a big deal. 110 with Jesse Blake on SDPN. And then immediately following that, we're recording our second Steve Dangle podcast episode of the week. Actually, it's our third because VIP was already recorded and it's been released. All right. No, we're not going to do it now. We can't do an episode in the morning before the game because we got to talk about the game, right? Brad Marchand and Bo Horvat. Ooh, hold on. I don't know if you can see this, but this is Brad Marchand at the World Championships. That's in 2016. That's a young Brad Marchand. Pisky says Forsberg will always trigger me as a Caps fan. But the Martin Erat trade worked out so well. Okay, another one. Bo Horvat didn't have the greatest game today, but he's having a really good year on Long Island. One more to go. I love these. It's a duos card, kind of like the cards we used to get in the 90s where you had the holograms and they're supposed to look 3D. This time it's two different guys. So it's Bo Horvat and it's Matt Barzal. We did not get the gift card we were looking for to taunt Jesse with it, but that's a pretty cool card. Anyway, you can pick those up at your local Tim Hortons. Drew, I think we should go to some oh wows, don't you? All right, let's watch some of the future Olympians in the OHL, and we'll come back and we will see you at the beginning of the third period.
Can you smell what a wow is cooking? Hello, friend. Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another episode of Oh Wow, where we take a look at the best from around the OHL over this past week. This save comes from Sarnia Sting goaltender Kale Osapenko.
15 seconds left to the man advantage. Slings ahead for Calto. He makes a move. Calto to the net. Rebound came out. Osapenko. Another chance. Great save, Osapenko, as he got out to steal it from Moore. 3 saves in a row after Calto had bullied his way into the zone. And so quickly becoming a goaltender's duel.
That's miraculous. More like Osapenko. Why am I being booed? Why am I being booed? All right, I guess I understand. Honestly, it's not even It's not even the save. I think this save would have been impressive if the Gens had scored. To me, what was impressive is that Ossipenko got himself across the crease without tearing anything off the bone. How are you and I made of the same material? There's a reason Kale Ossipenko is the current OHL Rookie of the Week. So get this. He actually began his season in the CCHL. In 18 games with the Renfrew Wolves, he had an 11-5-1 record, which is pretty good, and a .930 save percentage, which is really good. But now he has played 7 games with the Sarnia Sting, and he's put up a fairly decent 4-3 record with a .910 save percentage, which so far this season is the highest save percentage on the Sarnia Sting. Kale Ossipenko, still just 17 years old. He hasn't played a ton this season, but I wonder about June. Kale Ossipenko of Renfrew, Ontario. Oh, wow. Now, that was a save. How about a little goal? Jesse Nurmi of the London Knights with the ridiculous hand-eye coordination. Watch this.
Save again as he keeps it at 1-0 Ranger lead.
Here's Van Gorp, shot, score!
No, they're going to wave it off.
Wave that off,
I don't know.
Jesse Nurmi would get credit for it, but the official right away waved it off. London's going to celebrate, but you know Dale Hunter is going to want the officials to look at this.
Gosh, that's ridiculous. Jesse Nurmi bats it out of the air in full stride. How'd you even get that? The New York Islanders selected Jesse Nurmi out of Finland in 2023. Last season with the London Knights, he had 31 points in 58 games, and just for good measure, won a championship. He did end up playing 12 games of pro hockey in the ECHL before coming back down to London, where he has dominated. In 17 games, he has 12 goals, 11 assists, 23 points. And that's why, because he can score goals like that. Jesse Nurmi. Oh, wow. For our next highlight, producer Hayden, why does Oshawa keep getting picked on? Here are the Sudbury Wolves putting the Oshawa Generals in a blender. In overtime? Oh, good, it was in overtime. In overtime.
Slide it back for Colto. Could be a break the other way. Back is Moore. In comes Ula. Hovan. Drop back. Lemieux to Ula, who scores. Tic-tac-toe by the Wolves. Gens Ula will end it, and a big second point for the Wolves.
This is huge for them in their battle for the 8th and final playoff spot.
Absurd play from the Sudbury Wolves and great finish from Genkula, who actually is the one who started the play anyway. He had just 7 points, only 2 of them goals, in 38 games with the Peterborough Petes to start this season. Since coming over to the Wolves, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points in 14 games. Not bad for the big defenseman to get in overtime. I loved everything about this goal except for the fact, producer Hayden, that it was Oshawa. Come on, man, we're having a tough week. But Mr. Ula, oh, wow. For our next highlight, I want to show you this one from Shamar Moses of the North Bay Battalion. The hands.
Callie passing it to Vaughn behind the net. Parker Vaughn with possession, gives it up to Moses. Moses from the corner, backhand scores! What a move by Shamar Moses. In tight, he's able to get that backhand, and North Bay have their first lead of the game.
The hands! Let me just see who he was drafted by. Oh, that's bad news. Shamar Moses from Scarborough, Ontario, which we like, was drafted by the Florida Panthers in the 5th round, which I don't like. That makes my life harder. I don't like that. The 6'1", 202-pound forward has 18 points in 46 games, 8 of them goals. I'm going to go ahead and guess he's probably capable of more, like given what we just saw. And I think the Florida Panthers figured the same thing. Not just the handles, but the finish as well. Shamar Moses. Oh, wow. We're going to end things off with a big save, a ridiculous save, one you might even describe as robbery. Noah Erliden of the Erie Otters. Take it away.
Erie now to bring it out after they flipped into the neutral zone, and the Firebirds get right on it. And they will bring it in with Lombardi. Jimmy Lombardi on the right side for Thibodeau. Oh, what a save by Erliden. That was robbery. On the backside, the one-time setup for Thibodeau. All kinds of net to shoot out, but Noah Erliden gets over and shuts it down. Pure larceny.
Spectacular save from Erliden. The 20-year-old Noah Erliden only made his OHL debut last season after coming over from Sweden.
Doughty. He dumps it. Oh. Dostal out of the net to play it. I thought that might have been icing.
Doesn't matter because the Czechs come through the neutral zone. They can't get the entry. McDavid, he's hunting. McDavid hands it off. Shot. Scores! Macklin Celebrini again. The kid. And Canada, 3 minutes and 5 seconds into this game, opens the scoring. It is 1-0 Canada over the Czechs here in the quarterfinal. Defense from McDavid creates a turnover off David Pastrnak. And Celebrini, how does he even get that shot off? Oh, the little drag creates a little space in a phone booth. This kid is special. And Canada has the early lead. Ref didn't like Makar, Taves to the blue line. Bit of a giveaway there. Gudis, here he comes, hands it off, scores! The Czechs tie it. Was it Cervenka or Sedlak? Doesn't matter. It's the logo on the front. And Czechia has tied this game mere minutes after Canada opens the scoring. Sedlak, number 23 for the Czechs. Very arrogant of Jordan Binnington to paint the score of Canada-Czechia on his mask. Oh, he wears number 50. I understand. Okay. Sorry. You know, that prelim game seems a long way away as it's tied here in the quarterfinal. And the Czechs off the post. How didn't they just tie it? Cervenka had a full net. Sorry. They had the chance to take the lead. My brain short-circuited, Drew. Has anyone asked Alan which team he's rooting for? It's tough. He's got 3 clients on this team. Hronik, there's one of them. Cervenka. Hronik hands it off, and they score! David Pastrnak on the power play, and the Czechs have taken the 2-1 lead over Canada. 5:11 to go in the first. Boys, you got to lock in. Czechs win that draw. Sedlak, half wall. That fake shot from Hronik was great, and what a bullet. Celebrini. McKinnon, cross ice for McDavid. Down low for Celebrini. McDavid. McKinnon. Scores! Nathan McKinnon snipes it off the bar on the power play. Attaboy, Kempney. Attaboy. Making them pay. If Canada comes back and wins this game, that is the worst penalty in Czech hockey history. Canada ties this game at 2 in the second. Celebrini, McDavid, McKinnon holds on to it for a minute. Yuck. That's a nasty pass from McDavid. I don't know how McKinnon even found sunlight for that. And John Cooper doesn't even flinch. Suzuki lays the body on Gudis. Kempney, rather. Harley is blocked. Now here comes Necas. Oh boy, he's got Pasta with him. Hands it off. Shot. The Czechs score. 7:42 to go in the third. Andre Palat takes the lead for Czechia. And Canada is down in the quarterfinal. And it is show up or go home time. What a block from Tomas Hertl. Necas for a trailing Palat beats Binnington blocker. And Bennington needs a moment in this game. It was brutal, but like, you need a save. This is the Olympics. You're here because you provide those. Suzuki. Canada needs to change. Suzuki stays with it. Good choice. Suzuki. Great job. Gets it to Jarvis. He needs a change. They score! Canada ties it on the deflection. 3-3 with 3:27 to go in the third. Canada fires it on, deflects it, and it's Nick Suzuki, Montreal Canadiens captain. Should he or shouldn't he be here? He's tired. He needs a change. He could dump it, but Canada needs the puck. He skates with it. He stays with it. He keeps it alive for Jarvis. It's to the point he goes net front, and he tips it by Lucas Dostal, Nick Suzuki. Heroics in the third, and Canada stays alive with a tying goal from the Habs captain. And here come the Czechs. Canada, a little tired out there. Good defensive play there from McKinnon. Wide open shot, stopped by Binnington. And McDavid's going to have to go off. McKinnon holds on. Shots 40-23, and none of that matters because its next goal wins. Harley is out there with Celebrini. Kampf out there. Kasha out there. Simic out there. Marner! Scores! Mitch Marner flips it on the backhand! Mitch Marner, the overtime hero, just like at the Four Nation faceoff. Canada completes the comeback against Czechia. Less than 90 seconds into overtime. It's Mitch off the bench. Canada advances to the semifinal. Tears of joy in the stands and disbelief on the face of the Czechs. In the chat, Yanni Havisto, is Canada going to lose? There's your answer. How dare they make me cheer for Marner and Suzuki? Whatever. If they wear this thing, and you got red and white.
I just want to say I loved how many people in the chat watching Steve Dangle there were like, this, I thought the Canada game was over. It literally said on screen, Canada game highlights. Drew was able to cut that during the second period and throw that up there, which was a pretty sweet, it's pretty awesome of him to do. A very dramatic game, man. Very, very dramatic game. But we were able to, oh, Sam Lamb's talking to Victor Hedman. Is Hedman going to play? No, he probably won't, but he wants to be on the bench. Oh, Drew, get out of here. Drew just said in my ears, he's like, no heart. Drew says Crosby would never do that. Damn. Maybe they're worried, like, if they get now, you got to go for broke here. He must be really hurt. Okay. Now, Chili Willie says, I think it shows how bad the edit was if people were confused. You mean people couldn't figure out that the Canada game hasn't already happened? Also, I think Chili Willie's coming after you, Drew. Are you gonna take that? You gonna take that from him? Oh, that's funny. All right. 4 seconds into the third period here, Zibanejad has been line matched with Zibanejad's line's been line matched with Eichel's line a lot, trying to keep the Kachucks and Eichel at bay, and they've been so effective in this tournament. Sweden's not been able to get a lot done offensively. They've had some chances, but not enough chaos in front of Connor Hellebuck. This is potentially, well, not potentially, it is the last period for one of these two teams. United States scored with about 7 minutes to go in the second period. A great tip in from Dylan Larkin, who I think has been a little frustrated not being on the score sheet so much this tournament. It was a great tip. Carlson. Eichel with Carlson on him. Here comes Quinn Hughes. Shot. And this is the chaos the Americans create in front of the net constantly. I don't see the Swedes doing the same thing other than Joel Eriksson-Ek. You notice when the American defense gets it, specifically Quinn Hughes or Zach Rowinski, they zip across the ice. You can see it in the replay here. And there's two guys there. And there's two guys just where Quinn Hughes is. Boldy's in there as well. All three forwards to the front of the net. They've got so much mobility on the back end that they can just do that because they know even if the puck goes wide, A, they're fast, B, so are their defensemen. This is Aaron's channel said Sweden should try tossing a sixth skater in to tie the game. And it worked for the Czechs. They got the go-ahead goal. Surfing Soundwave says, someone gifted me a membership. Thank you so much. If you do get gifted a membership, please make sure to thank the person that gifted it to you if you saw them. And definitely check out our VIP. Today's episode's actually really funny. Oh, it's Brad. Jesper Brad actually is taking a shift. This is his first shift of the game. Good for him. Jared 2189 says, what do you think of 3 points for any win and 1 point for any OT shootout loss? Just do away with the 2 points. I would love to do away with points for losing. Why do you get points for losing just because you went to overtime? The only reason you get points for losing is because Gary Bettman wants it to look closer than it is. I think it's stupid. Win, you get points, or not even points. Just do what the NFL and the MLB do. Win or lose. Did you win or did you lose? I don't care if you lost in overtime. Is that supposed to be an accomplishment? Why do we need to have 3 points for a win? Stupid. Stupid to me. That's my point. 18:20 left in the third period. Markstrom shoots the puck right into the net, or right into the bench of the Swedes. Crazy. He just fired that shit. Shots are 31-19. The U.S. really took hold of this game in the back half of the second period. Shots had been pretty even up till that point. They did have a power play. The Americans did, that is. But even after that, and before that, America was pretty solidly in control. They are not giving the Swedes anything. When the Swedes were at their best in this game, they were hounding American puck carriers. Haven't seen as much of that lately. And therefore, they're not getting the opportunities out front. And like I was saying, when Quinn Hughes gets the puck, all three American forwards go to the net, create chaos. I'm not seeing the same from the Swedes. Ekman Larsson with a shot. Again, rebounds. Nobody's there to get him. If the Swedes are going to score, they're going to need to do that. U.S. has not taken a penalty, they're saying on the broadcast. That's true. All right, here we go. Landeskog tripped up a little bit, and then he stepped on the puck. Landeskog is going to draw a penalty in the offensive zone. That's the perfect place to draw a penalty. Gabriel Landeskog coming in the clutch because that's what he does. Vinny Trocheck, who is the 13th forward and mostly a penalty killer, definitely trips Landeskog twice on that call right in front of the ref. So you're kind of going to have to call one of them, right? Beans. Yeah, the ref didn't call the first one. I thought that trip was so bad, I thought Landeskog had actually stepped on the puck. I was wrong. That was just Vinny Trocheck taking him out at the ankles. Bean says 3 points for a regulation win, 2 points for an OT win, no points for a loss. I'm down with that. But I don't. Why do you get deducted a point then for winning in overtime? Right? Sure, it took a little extra time, but you still won. We need to value wins more than we value losses, and we shouldn't be devaluing wins just because they took extra time to get there. Nylander. Across to Darlene. Oh, Darlene couldn't get a handle on that. He might have had a chance at a shot. Eriksson Ek, down low to Lucas Raymond. Raymond's been active in this game. I would say Nylander has carried a lot of the Swedish offense this tournament, but today been a bit quiet. Raymond. Nylander. Not a whole lot going on. Shot by Dahlin. Oh, and if there had been a Swedish guy at the net, there was a big, sexy, juicy rebound there. The Americans have not allowed a power play goal this tournament, by the way. I mean, let's be honest, their competition wasn't quite to their level, but even so, that's pretty impressive. Larkin is able to interrupt that play. 1:05 left on this power play. Raquel. Landeskog. Deep. Raquel. Forsberg behind him. Forsberg's going to have it on the half wall. Nelson is on him. Carlson over, just misses Zibanejad with the chat or the pass. Zibanejad to Raquel. To Carlson, I forgot. There you go. Forsberg didn't find the shooting lane. That's messed up. Oh, Carlson able to keep it in, but then Dylan Larkin messes it up. The Americans are going to get a change here. Zibanejad to the point to Carlson. Carlson's got Forsberg. Forsberg makes the pass. He should have shot. Why didn't he shoot? Holy moly. I'm begging the Swedes to shoot. I'm begging them to shoot. The only person who's shot the puck is Dahlin. Raymond is looking around for the perfect pass. Nylander's looking around for the perfect pass. Forsberg's looking for a perfect pass. That's twice he's done that on this power play. What are we doing? Had it get through? Yeah, they're saying on the broadcast, had that gotten through, it's a goal. It's not likely to get through. Oh, Carlson, there we go. A shot at the net. It was tipped. Tipped wide, but it was close. Begging the Swedes to shoot. Oh, and they gave the puck away in the neutral zone, and it's onside. Miller with a shot, and he misses the net. We are back to 5-on-5. Erik Karlsson flips the puck up through center. Raymond and Nylander are out there, but both are going to change. $14:50 left in the third period. If the Americans win this, they're going to get through and they're going to play Slovakia, and Canada will play Finland. If Sweden gets through, Sweden will play Canada, and Finland will play Slovakia. And Finland has already played Slovakia, and I believe Slovakia beat them, if I remember properly. Oh, Markstrom thought that might have got through. Matt Boldy had a great opportunity. Markstrom was just able to get the legs closed. He's keeping them in this game. He's been really good. Okay, so yeah, 4-1 Slovakia. Slavkovsky's been a monster. Oh, Slavkovsky had the monster game versus the Finns. Oh boy, and I think Slavkovsky might be hurt. Am I wrong? Denise says audio version of Black Ace is coming. I don't know. You'll have to ask Julian. Not sure. I think he should, but I know audiobooks are a pain in the butt, but you should still do it. Hughes. Oh, almost has he does have the puck intercepted. It's going to be Landeskog, Zibanejad, and Forsberg. Forsberg got with the puck, tries to tip it in to Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and he just couldn't get the handle on it. How many times have I said that this game? How many times? James says, do any of these results change if the teams aren't on? I don't know what's, is that a bad word? Sega Baba? I don't know what that is. Is that a bad word? SLS 98 says, what, Drew, do you know what that is? Am I no idea. Okay. SLS 98 says all these media members on Twitter trying to get the Leafs fans for Marner scoring. Big loser energy. We're all happy Canada won. We were cheering for Mitch Marner today. Listen, man, we loved Mitch Marner for 9 years, but he's not above criticism, just like any other player. Beans, I got you. Jared, I got you. I want to make sure I get all the super chats I possibly can. Oh, Pajo says Sega Baba is second night of a back-to-back. I have never heard of that before. So do any of these results change if teams aren't on the back end of a back-to-back? Perhaps, but that's hockey. International tournaments are not fair. They're not supposed to be fair. The NHL is like, oh, here we go. The NHL is like everybody spends the same. Everything is the same. We don't want wins to hurt you too much. We don't want overtime losses to hurt you too much. For people that claim to be mega capitalists, they sure love socialism. In terms of this, international hockey is not fair. You got teams that are great and you got teams that suck, and you put them on the ice together and see what happens. So the reason that a lot of these guys are on the second half of a back-to-back is because, hey, you didn't win your division. So your punishment is you got to play an extra game. And if you won your division, good for you. That means you don't have to play an extra game. Dollar Store Devil, if Team USA were a car, what kind of car would they be? So far, they got to be something cool. They got to be something American. They got to be something like, if somebody's driving it, you're like, that guy likes himself. He's confident, bit of an ego. If America was a car, and I can't pick a European or a Japanese car to represent the American team, can I? I'm going to say this. If they win gold, I will give them Mustang GT500 status. If they win gold. Okay? And that's my favorite car of all time, especially the 1968 version. 1968 Mustang GT500 KR. It's my favorite car. I think if they win, that's what the car they are. If they don't win, they're a they are a 8th generation Corvette driven by a 56-year-old man in jorts with a white t-shirt tucked in, wearing Oakley sunglasses. Ha ha. They're a C8 Corvette if they don't win. Still a good car. Still a good car. You guys know exactly the guy I'm talking about, too. He's got a little bit of thinning hair up here. Just throwing that out there. Americans win the face-off draw in their own zone. The Swedes cannot get anything going offensively. You got to give the Americans credit. They're doing an amazing job on defense. Carlson flips one in, and that's blocked. We're going to get a fast break here. It's JT Miller. Zabinajad and Miller, teammates back home. Oh, and here come back the Swedes. Lucas Raymond, who's been very good in this game, gets a little bit of a hit there. McAvoy was able to bounce him off. Here comes Lucas Raymond. He's wide open. Does not shoot fast enough. The Americans, they're swarming on defense. Eriksson pumps the puck in. Ooh, right on the net. Here we go. Brott is back on the ice because, they need offense. Surprise, surprise. Nylander with the puck. To Forsling, shot, and that is blocked. That was Matthews that blocked that. Holy, that was a good shot, too. Nylander. Across. Uh-oh. Oh, almost had a Matt Boldy breakaway there. We like a close game. When you don't have a dog in the fight, we like a close game. Drew is chirping Winnipeg Jets fans. Are we getting a playoff Hellebuck shutout? American fans are going to hate the fact that I repeated that because I said the word shutout. But you have to remember, I don't have a dog in this fight. Ekman Larsson. Oh, good little play in, but no, it just goes to an American, not a Swede. I love, by the way, all of the I love all the car suggestions, by the way. Somebody said if they don't win, they're an F350 with a lift kit that doesn't tow anything. That's funny. But if they do win, that's an American muscle car right there. Quinn Hughes over to Rowinski. Shot. Ooh, he tried to go short side. Markstrom was good on that, but there was an opening. Quinn Hughes. Jack Hughes, his brother, is on the ice too. Here comes Jack going for the wraparound. Oh, Matt was out front. Puck went high. Back to Quinn Hughes at the blue line. God, I'm so jealous of the Minnesota Wild for getting this player. Rowinski. Shot. It's blocked. And the Swedes dump it in. Lucas Raymond, the lone Swede, did not change. The Swedes right now look a little leafy. They look a little like, oh, we're going to dump the puck deep and then promptly change and not go after it. We will create 0 offensive opportunities. Landeskog swarmed again. Tage Thompson this time is the one that takes it off him. 10 minutes to go. Time is becoming Sweden's enemy. The Americans are 10 minutes away from the semifinals and a guaranteed berth in a medal game. Zabinajad, shot. Hellebuck gets it. Oh, and he tried to get it to Nylander, and it just bounced over Nylander's stick. 9:42 left. Dahlin to Forsling, to Nylander. Boldy turns the puck over. He's got Matthews. Gensel in on the puck. And out comes Jesper Bratt, who again did not play in the first 2 periods. Shot by Eriksson Ek, and that misses the net. I think it hit a stick. Oh, we got a 3-on-1 here, or 2-on-1. Gensel to Matthews. And Eriksson Ek breaks that one up just at the last second. This game's opening up a little bit. Matthews on the half wall. Hannafin. Shot just wide. Sanderson at the top of the boards. Nylander exhausted. And Markstrom's able to cover that. Francois Labelle says if Team USA was a car, they'd be a lot. Hey, let's not take shots at Team USA. We might have to play them. Let's be respectful of our opponents. Drew says, fuck them. Take as many shots as you want. I guess I'm a Leafs fan and I'm not used to having confidence. I'll be honest. I'll be straight up with you. Today, I felt like it was game 7 and it was Leafs versus Florida at home. That's how the game felt to me until they actually won it. It was just horrible. Giggling Cat. Cat, the Cats fan, is off work and she's joined us. She's a regular here. Big time member of Gripper Nation. James Stemler, the Kachucks really own I own a lifted F350 Platinum with low pro tires in the middle of the downtown Manhattan energy. They do. And I think they would be happy with that description. Listen, is Connor Hellebuck about to get a shootout in a major game? That's crazy. Not used to that. ABC says Drew not a big Avs fan. He's rooting against Nelson. Us Islanders fans loved him better. He said, I'm rooting for my Avalanche captain, thanks. Well, a little spicy in the chat. Less than 10 minutes to go in regulation. Hobo says, I guess they should have played Bratt earlier. No kidding. I don't get it at all. Didn't understand that at all. But if there's one good thing, if Sweden loses this game, there might be one good thing, and that's that Sam Hallam will never coach an international game again. You have to. If they don't win this game, you have to fire him. He's had an awful tournament. Broberg up to Raymond. Swedes coming across. Shot by Landeskog, and there's a rebound, and no Swede there to get it. I'm begging the Swedish forwards to go to the net. Carlson. Getting set. The Americans change. Swedes keep the same line on. Landeskog digging behind the net. McAvoy and Gensel strip the puck from him. Out comes Austin Matthews to Quinn Hughes. Hughes dumps it in. It's stopped up. Raymond at center. Nice pass to Phil Broberg, but he's all alone against 5 Americans. By the way, if you notice, the Americans are starting to stay back. Team USA is not being aggressive on the offensive side of the puck. You kind of wonder if they think Hellebuck's dialed in. Oh, here comes Matthews, speaking of. Uh-oh. Somebody better pick up Austin. Oh, that was closer than it looked, by the way. Is Team USA starting to park the bus? Oh, we got a poll live right now. Shootout. Yes, no, or admin, you bastard. I'm going to say yes. What the hell? I'm all for chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. I don't have a dog in this fight. Oh, Eriksson Ek gets muscled off the puck, but he's alone in front. Oh, my God. Why didn't Forsberg shoot? Why would you pass Eriksson Ek there? He was all alone. Oh, my God. The Swedes have got to shoot. Stop finding the perfect play. Are you kidding me? Wow. Oh, terrible. Man, I don't know what do we got to do? If I was a Swedish coach right now, I'd be like, what do I have to do to get you guys to use your NHL shots on this goaltender? Shot. You guys are doing a great shot from the blue line. How about one in close? How about you make him make a save? Hampus Lindholm. Ekman Larson with it. Swedes are going to change. Ekman Larson to Raymond. Raymond gets that puck stripped. Ekman Larson again. The Tkachuk and Eichel line out there. Landeskog giving chase. McAvoy. Full court press now for Sweden. Six minutes to go in this game. 33-26 are the shots in the U.S.'s favor. It's not that Sweden hasn't had opportunities. It's that they won't take them. Tkachuk tried to walk towards the net, threw it across the ice. Nobody there to get it. Eriksson Ek in on Jake Slavin. Nobody in support for Sweden there either. Jeez. Nylander. Oh, the poll is now shootout, yes, no, or admin, you bastard. Yes. What's that? Oh, shutout. Oh, why did I say shootout? Because I didn't stop to read it. Shutout, yes, 35%. No, 36%. And 29% of you said, admin, you bastard. That's not enough admin, you bastards of you. Like, listen, if you're going to be here, by the way, can you do me a favor? Throw that poll a hit and hit like too. We got to hit more people. We got 5 minutes left in this game. It's been a quick one. Eric Carlson to Brott. Shot. Hellebuck's got it. Oh, no rebound that time. Okay, can I say something? I've just seen Jesper Brott take 4 shifts in the last 4 or 5 minutes. You know they could have played him earlier, right? Justin says, I'll stop saying shutout if we hit 1,000 likes. Yeah, I guess we have to say shutout a bunch of times until we hit 1,000 likes. That's a bummer. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should make it 2,000 likes, Justin. I mean, listen, we could get a shutout in this game, but we could only ignore it at 2,000 likes. Before that, not possible. Not possible. Sorry, guys. 2,000 likes. No, I think it's got to be 2,000 likes. Sorry, everybody. Connor Hellebuck might get a shutout here. Would you call Connor Hellebuck a shutout hero? I love this. Shut up, you're going to jinx it. I absolutely love this. You know, you got to ask yourself, is Connor Hellebuck up to a shutout? I guess we're going to need 2,000 likes to find out. ABC says Americans start unliking it. Well, I guess we'll have to keep talking about that shutout then. James Stemler, I'm Canadian, so I don't care. Shutout, 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 shutout. Oh, my God. Robert says I'm downvoting this. Oh, my God. Oh, that's funny. All right, we're down to the last 5 minutes of this game, guys. No more commercial breaks, no more funny business. Just two very good hockey countries. So Drew wants to know if IKEA ties it. Does Sweden have it? I have to be honest with you. I think Connor Hellebuck might actually get a shutout. I mean, Drew, you tell me what you think. Give me what you guys think. You think they're tying it? I don't. Justin, do you think there'll be a shutout or will there not be a shutout? They're 11-1 to win the game, the States? Oh, 11-1 to win the. Oh, would you take that bet? You would take, yeah, you're going to do it. Drew's going to take the bet. 11-1 to beat the States right now. And Drew's going to take that bet. Hey, Justin. Yeah, I just need your answer there, Justin. Will there be a shutout or a not shutout? Oh, my God. Ooh, big shot. Here's why I think the Swedes are in a bit of trouble. The shots are getting closer to even again, but there's just no rebounding. There's none. Heather the Avs fan dropping 5 STPN memberships. Welcome to VIP, you 5 new people. Make sure you give Heather a big thank you in the chat. Craigos, 2-1 Sweden in overtime. Is that what you think, Craig? Are you willing to take that $2 and put it on? Because I think that's what Drew did. He put $2 on the 11-1 Swedes right now. Alex says there's going to be a shutout and Hellebuck scores on an empty net. If you parlayed that, you'd probably win some serious money. Hey, Justin in the SDPN chat, apparently people are complaining about the rigged polls. I don't know. That seems a little bit strange to me. It couldn't be rigged. Couldn't be. 4:20 left. Lucas Raymond, who's been really good for the Swedes today, I would say one of the bright spots on offense. Landeskog is also out there. He's had his motor running. Zabinajad's out there with them. He's been good. Not a whole lot driven from much else in this lineup today. Honestly, it's a little disappointing. Ooh, Connor Hellebuck kind of misplays the puck behind the net, but he's okay. Eichel ahead to Gensel. Gensel drops the puck in. Broberg with Gensel on him. You see how the Americans do this? They are going to be on you as soon as you touch the puck. So you screw it up. Nice pass. Carlson tries to do a little spinorama. Still has the puck shot. And that is blocked. Wenberg along the boards with Brott. Out to Forsling. To Carlson. Carlson with a bit of a snap pass. Wasn't very good. And now we are going to have JT Miller in on Forsling. Both tough customers. Samberly says someone earlier in the chat was wondering if we should refer to you as Master Grip, and I second that notion. Wait, so I would be the grip master? That's funny. I like that. All right, here we go. Landeskog along the boards. And that puck goes to Jack Eichel, who flips it out to Matt Tkachuk. But it was a bit of a bad pass, and back come the Swedes. Broberg to Dahlin. 2:41 left in this game. Dahlin going for it himself. Brady Tkachuk muscles him off the puck, and Dahlin's down, and his head is hurt. Shot off the post. Kempe almost tied this game. That would have been the end of the shutout bid. I don't know how that's not a trip, and Dahlin looks like he was banged up pretty good, but you got to get up. Man, This is a tough game. Swedes chip it in. 2:05 to go in this game. You don't win many hockey games scoring 2 goals or less, and yet here the Americans are, and the Swedes give it away. Gensel drops it deep. I would expect the Swedes to pull Markstrom. He's looking at the net right now. Nylander carrying it up. Swedes with an awkward change. Why are you changing right there? Should have changed before. What are you doing? What a bizarre group. Raymond. Across it. Oh, and they score! Zibanejad scores! Zibanejad scores! A huge goal! The shutout streak's over. We have got 91 seconds left in this game, and the Swedes, off the stick of Mika Zibanejad, score. Oh, boy. Oh, do you hear the footsteps? Do you hear the footsteps? Drew said, what did he say? Oh, my God. All right, Swedish fans, time to drop the moose in the chat. The Americans have the eagle. It's time to drop your elk in the chat. Let's go. Wow. That is an enormous goal. Lucas Raymond, who's been spectacular all game, is able to find Zibanejad open. The Americans have left nobody open all game. And Zibanejad, huge, huge goal. Okay, here comes the elk. Here come the Elks. American fans are blaming us for the end of the shutout streak. I mean, I think that's fair. I think it, whose fault is it most? Is it Drew's, Justin's, or my own? Who owns that the most? Oh boy. Oh boy, we got a close game, kids. It's close. Matt Sundin loving it. I think we're going to overtime here. Maybe. Oh, did I jinx it for the Swedes? Oh, no. Listen, if I got a jinx, I got a jinx. Both ways shot. Brady Tkachuk, Matthew Tkachuk, and Jack Eichel out there. 2 Stanley Cup champions and a one-time first-round appearance guy. Markstrom behind the net. 54 seconds to go. Brott chips it out. Well, Lamb doesn't have a problem playing Brott now. I'm not going to play him when early in the game, but high leverage, hell yeah, get him in there. Brady Tkachuk with a shot. Goes wide, and it is out. Oh, Drew, I got to know. You took Sweden to win this game 2 minutes ago. 11-1 odds. How much, can I ask how much money you put down? You put $10 on it. That'd still be good. Oh, Giggling Cat. Oh my God, Giggling Cat dropped a $50 super chat and said literally paying you to stop saying it. Oh, I'm really sorry. Is Cat the Cats fan ever going to forgive me? I'm so sorry. I'm so very sorry. I feel horrible. I actually do feel horrible. I know none of the Swedish fans in this chat feel horrible, but I do. I was not expecting you to do that, Cat. You know we love you. Holy smokes. 23 seconds to go. Markstrom, stop playing the puck, dude. Boldy. Oh, Matthews was wide open. Rowinski's going to get a shot. It's blocked. 10 seconds to go. And the puck skirts out. Oh, boy. And we are going to overtime. We are going to overtime. We are going to overtime. Oh, wow. Look at the Swedish bench reaction when that goal goes in. Hedman is so pumped. And look at Matt Sundin. Yes. 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 Okay. Team USA, Team Sweden. Coming into this tournament, I, as a Canadian, because I'm a little biased, would have had them 2-3 in this tournament. 2-3. Sweden was really not good through the through the round, I guess, round robin stage, America was amazing, incredible. And it looked like nothing was going to get done on the offensive side of the puck for the Swedes. Nothing. The Americans were all in their shit all the way through the third period. Great, stingy defense. As I talked, it's swarming. Now we're going to get 3-on-3 overtime. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. If you thought America was good at 5-on-5, 3-on-3, they're going to be excellent. So Drew's saying that Sweden probably has the best 3-on-3 player in this tournament. You're saying William Nylander. He does score a lot of OT winners 3-on-3, but okay, but think about this. You can roll Jack Eichel, Quinn Hughes, and whoever you want on that first shift. And then you follow it up with Austin Matthews, Zach Rowinski, and whoever you want. That's tough. I don't know if Willie can do anything about that. Like, he's going to go out there. Eriksson Ek's going to try to win a faceoff draw, and it's going to go back to Forsling, which is good. Might even be great. You think it's Dahlin? That's if his head isn't hurt. All right. Okay. Ashkova. It's crazy that 3 of the 4 quarterfinals went to overtime. It is crazy. That's true. I forgot about that. Yeah. Canada went to overtime. Switzerland and Finland went to overtime. Was it Switzerland, Finland? Yeah, Switzerland, Finland went to overtime. Giggling Cat says, you're fine, LOL. I blame Justin. It is Justin's fault. Make no mistake. Craig Eos, 1983, 3-on-3 in an elimination game is really stupid. Thank you. I couldn't agree more. I can't believe we're going to do 3-on-3 overtime. In an elimination game, you're nuts. This is stupid. They should never do this again. To Jack Dolan, as an American and a Ranger fan, Mika beating Drury, Sully, Quinn, Trocheck, and Miller would be honestly hilarious. I got to get rid of this cold. Well, it's not a cold anymore. It's just congestion. That would be hilarious. Okay, guys, time for us to get our goal predictions in. Who scores for the Swedes? Who scores for the Americans? Throw them in the chat. We're going to see who's right. I am going to pick. I know Drew's picking William Nylander for the Swedes. Drew, who are you picking for Team USA? So Rowinski and Nylander for Drew. I'm going to go Gensel USA, and I'm going to go Lucas Raymond for the Swedes. Brott is on the first 3-on-3 shift in overtime. Sam Halam is a nut job. Justin, give us yours. You got to give us yours too. Nylander. Carrying the puck. Important for Sweden to get possession right off the top. Nylander trying to beat Hughes. And he's stripped. And he's changing. Here comes Gensel. Shot. Oh, I was almost right there, Drew. I was almost right. Crash Test Vita says Brott scores because that would be funny. It kind of would be. Barrows Boy says always pick the Leafs in big games, not wearing blue. You know what? Wouldn't it be funny if Marner and Nylander score? Or, hey, even Marner and Matthews. Both of them have the label as not big game players. Oh, OEL too, but OEL's a big game guy. He's won a cup. Craigio says Hedman. Yeah, well. Is Dahlin hurt? I don't know. I haven't seen him on the ice yet, but he did take a pretty nasty fall and hit his head pretty hard at the end of that period. Raymond. Broberg. Oh, here we go. Matthews. He's going to get a shot. Big save by Markstrom. Nobody there for the rebound, but it was juicy. Kempe. Just fresh off signing that almost $100 million deal with the LA Kings. Not bad. Not bad at all. Carlson. Across. Oh. Raymond takes a spill, but that's okay. Kempe's able to get it. Sweden has dominated possession in this game, or at least in this overtime, not in this game. Raymond, going to back it off. Give it to Carlson. Be as conservative as possible. Forsberg now on the ice. Carlson is going to change. And Dahlin is not coming out, so I would assume that he is hurt. My heart is thumping in my chest. I can't imagine having a team in this game. I am right up there with as stressed out as I was for Team Canada. Just because this game has been so exciting towards the end of it. I am amped. Oh, we got a 3-on-2. It's going to be Larkin. It's going to be Hughes. And it's going to be Sanderson. Jack Hughes, shot. And it's just, ooh. All right, it was on the Trey Kroner's part of the jersey for Markstrom, so he's got that pretty easily. Francois Labelle, I'd say Matthews, but he's wearing blue. That's funny. Oh. Hobo says, man, 3-on-3 is different when there's no loser point. That's what I'm saying. The NHL needs to get rid of the loser point. Like, you didn't win? Get effed, dude. Look at how stressed Bill Guerin is. Eriksson Ek does not win that faceoff. It's Eichel, it's Hughes, and I can't tell who the other guy is, but that's some good skating. Eichel with a shot. Big save by Markstrom. It's Larkin out there with them, by the way. Eichel, Larkin, Hughes. That's pretty disgusting. Ew. Hughes skates back. Nobody on him. He's got some room. He's going to make a move. All he did is shoot. Cuts back. Tries to make a play, and Markstrom gets that with the glove. How are we doing? My hands? Can you see my hands? Can you see the shine on them? I'm a sweaty hands guy as it is. Shaking a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, boy. Whoa. Man, Quinn Hughes is a good defenseman, huh? That guy rocks. He's just so good. Matthews with the faceoff draw against Zibanejad. The goal scorer is Zibanejad. Carlson. Francois Labelle says Robertson or Caulfield for the U.S. Carlson, Lucas Raymond, and Landeskog out there for the Swedes. Raymond finds Landeskog, shot, and that doesn't go anywhere, actually. Just kind of misplayed it. Good play by Raymond. He's been very, very good for Team USA. Boldy, Matthews. Quinn Hughes is out there again. I don't know if Quinn Hughes has gone off. Maybe one shift I've seen Werenski out there. Bit of a slower skate right now. Quinn Hughes is looking for an opening. He finds one, scores. Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes. The U.S. are going to the semifinals. Quinn Hughes played most of that overtime, and he is the hero. A phenomenal game for number 43 of the United States. They will go through and play Slovakia after a late game heroic tie-up by the Swedes. And if we're being honest, the Americans deserved it. They played a great game, top to tail, couldn't beat Markstrom until the very end. Quinn Hughes being mobbed by his teammates as Lucas Raymond and Jake Markstrom look on in heartbreak. It was a surprising tournament for the Swedes in the worst way. All the way through, there were questions about the Swedish coaching, and we thought maybe they might get away with it here. But I hate to say it, kids, the better team won. The better team won. Quinn Hughes, who made a joke about seeing ghosts earlier this week, because he does always have that expression on his face with a great big smile up until a second ago. The Swedes will go home. The United States will play the surprisingly awesome Slovaks on Friday. You have to wonder if Sam Hallam, Whoa Black Betty, can survive this. I don't think he should. What a monster goal. Quinn Hughes was extraordinarily patient, playing a little give and go with Matt Boldy, Matthews on the ice, and he was just back and forth and not giving up the puck. And what an absolute rocket. Just caught Gabriel Landeskog going the wrong way. Great edge work, and what a goal. That is a monster game. Exciting top to tail. Victor Hedman can only stand and watch. Darlene breaking his stick against the boards. They know how close they came. Bill Guerin celebrating, hugging Bill Zito, the Bills. Oh, and Cat the Cats fan dropping 50 SDPN memberships as a celebration. The Swedes are saluting the crowd. They had great fans all tournament and terrible coaching. And Giggling Cat says, play Freebird, let's go. A monster game. William Nylander and Austin Matthews hadn't played against each other in 12 years in international ice. And Matthews pulls out the victory. He's on the ice for the win. Wow. Jaden says, play Black Betty. Oh my gosh. You know, I will say this. I know they were missing Leo Carlson. I know that Sweden didn't bring a healthy Victor Hedman to this tournament. But they were undone by extraordinarily bad coaching decisions. Sometimes you wonder, does this guy watch the NHL at all? Sometimes you got to wonder. By the way, if Giggling Cat just hooked you up with 50 SDPN memberships, remember, everybody that just got gifted an SDPN membership, you make sure you say thank you. We say thank you in this chat. Snoopy Kendall says, just dropped 5 SDPN memberships as well. Give Snoopy a big thanks. Willie Rock says, I'm a Swede, and Sam Halam cooked us. Cooked us. The United States, man. Just like Canada, they squeaked through, but they won. In these elimination games, one and done, doesn't matter how you win. You won. You won. So Canada will play Finland. America will play Slovakia. You know where we all think this is going. But if you're Finland and you're Slovakia, you've got the opportunity to upset this entire tournament. You've got nothing to lose. All 4 teams are playing for a medal. The question is, what color is that medal? What's it made of? Damn. And what an awesome chat today. I just want to say this. You guys were phenomenal. You guys were absolutely phenomenal today. I want to shout out Drew and Justin as well, who were phenomenal. I'm sorry that we blew up the shutout streak. I'm not that sorry. It made for an exciting finish. America won. Snoopy Kendall, as a Canucks fan, I'm going to love Quinn Hughes forever. Go Canada, go, but well done, Quinn. What's that, Drew? So Drew thinks that the U.S. is going to mop Slovakia. He thinks they're easier than Sweden. I don't think there's any question Sweden is more talented than Slovakia. It's going to come down to, can Slovakia pull a rabbit out of a hat? Because it's not that the Slovaks are bad. They're great. Miroslav Shatan took over the Slovakian program like 10 years ago and has turned it into a shocking monster that we've seen in the Olympics. They've been great. But it certainly does feel like we're lining ourselves up for a heavyweight battle in the gold medal game. The Finns, not to be outdone. They are missing Barkov, but they are still in the semis. They are not a team you mess with. They are not a team you sleep on. So Drew thinks U.S. is going to mop the Slovaks. I think Canada is going to have to bring their A game against Finland. They didn't bring their A game today against the Czechs. Anyway, to all the Finns, to the Swedes, to the Americans, to the Netherlanders, to the Danes, to the, I said Dutch. I already said that. To all of you who came in for this game, I just want to say thanks so much. This stream kicks so much ass, and I will see you for the America-Slovakia game on Friday. That's going to be me. Steve's going to do the Canada game. I'm doing U.S.-Slovakia. So come join us for that. And don't forget, we got the women's gold medal game tomorrow with Jessie Blake at 1:10. Canada and the United States, potentially the first of 2 gold medal games between those 2 teams. The country's pride is on the line. Let's do this. And GR Nays says, thanks to the entire SDPN crew for streaming these games. It has been so much fun, and it really made the Olympics amazing. By being here, guys, you've made our experience amazing. Thank you for making it worth it. Thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here, and we really appreciate you. I'm going to let Drew and Justin get back to their families. Love you all, and I will see you tomorrow for the STP, and I will see you Friday for America, Slovakia.